Hope you're all having a great day. If I may, I wasn't up here till... I wasn't up... That's the episode finale, but I watched the VOD. May I offer you some preemptive backstabbing in the falls of Oscar's Prime Directive? What do you mean by that? Thank you for the like, Bimbasita. Oh, are you basically asking if I'm gonna miss something with Oscar if you're allowed to do backseating? Is that what you mean? Sorry. Because that's okay. I'm still just waking up, so it took me a little bit longer. Scarlet Hollow 5, and then paste. This should hopefully be it. Episode clinic choice can affect Oscar in some runs, and it will affect us. Ah, fuck me, seriously? Buddy, oh man. Am I gonna not be able to romance Oscar anymore because of that? Because that's fucked if so. Or do you mean if I pick the right options, I should still be okay? I'm gonna hope it's the latter. I can't do this. I went so far back to romance him. Oh, I just stretch. There's no right option, but I heavily recommend in this run at least that you let the doctor be alive. Seriously? But I don't want to let the kid have to suffer. No choice, everyone's happy, unfortunately. I mean, I guess that, but why not? I have to go back. Ugh. Okay, I will ask, if I don't let the doctor live, does that mean being with Oscar won't be possible? You can tell me that, that's, like, fine. I'm asking specifically, so I'm happy to be told shit. You'll get an achievement called End of the Road. What does that mean? Okay. Fine, I'll go back. Thank you for letting me know. Does that claim that only a doctor in town doesn't help the father of a child that lost a leg? I guess. Oh, ew. Fine, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to hurt the friend. I'm sorry. I'll come back and I won't let her tranquilize you again, I promise. Thank you for letting me know. I would have been so upset. Okay, we're gonna go slightly back to let her tranquilize her son, even though I dislike her heavily, and I think he deserves to be able to eat her. But alas, we are where we are. I'm pretty sure I don't have a high enough friendship that where if I call Tabitha, she'll actually come and help. Which, to be fair, I don't think she'd help much. I think she'd probably tranquilize him or kill him. So we've gone back a little bit, thanks to the help of Canapao. I've not said your name out loud before. You prefer Canapao, or do you have like a different name that you prefer? Also, thank you. I know I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining at you. I'm just complaining at the fact that I have to hurt him. I'm like, I'm sorry. Rosa wasn't injured. Reese could have eaten his mum without any effect. I saw online that if you have keen eye, you can make it so Rosa isn't injured, but I didn't have that option. I feel like I must have just been too slow, actually, in real life. Oh, it was probably waiting for Tabitha, wasn't it? It was probably waiting for Tabitha. I knew that'd be a bad idea. It's not keen, actually. It isn't. Oh, okay, so someone just said the wrong trait online. Okay. No, it was before the episode 5 update. There was a trait switch. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I mean, if you prefer, like, what name you prefer to go by so that I can refer to you correctly. But yeah, everyone, so we've gone back a little bit, again, due to my own negligence now. But trigger warnings for the following things, I guess child betrayal now, betrayal of a friend as well, and also, trigger warnings, possible flashing lights and images, casual ableism, implied child death, animal death, realistic gore, murder, psychosis, major character death, police violence. Ugh. Is this real life then? Gun violence, body horror, implantation, parasites, gaslighting, emotional manipulation and abuse, betrayal, transphobia, boo! Loss of bodily autonomy, loss of, literally the first day at the end of Pride Month, we got a fucking episode with transphobia in it, fuck that. Loss of bodily autonomy, loss of mental autonomy, dubious consent, unwanted sexual advances, ugh. Suicide, parental abuse, child neglect, and mention of stillbirth. On your own time, I'd recommend see what happens in episode 5 after the doc dies, but not in the canon run. That makes sense. Thank you. I definitely will. I'm kind of intrigued. Okay, I'm sorry, my guy. We're gonna skip this because it's too sad. I can't do it, alright? I'm sorry. I'm dragging to stay from my own. I'll meet you at the front when I'm done. Return of the engine to the clinic. Everything is quiet now. Only streaks of paint where Reese's minions had once roiled out of cracks in the wood. Maybe understand that this needs to stay between us. I don't care how much you feel like you need to share what just happened with other people. The more people that know about this, the more trouble it is for me and for him. I don't need any more well-intentioned escape plans. Can I come visit him? Do you think he'll let any of his friends in on this? Magic's not in your basement, just so you should know. Also, we busted a hole in the wall down there. No, I'm not gonna pick the happy to help. As long as you don't bring anyone else along, yes, I'd probably be good for him. I can't promise he'll want to see you, although he won't have some harsh words if he does. But I don't want him to be entirely isolated. Do you think he'll let any of his friends in on this? She heaves a sigh. I'll have to think about it. We'd run the risk of one of them trying to break him out. We'd be stuck in a windowless room with no internet and no friends. It's a one-way ticket to, yeah, losing his mind. And then I'd have a wild monster on my hands. Stella, in particular, would be a problem. That girl never knows how to mind her own business or follow other people's rules, and she would have absolutely no fear of what might happen if he was cut loose. Kanika, I might consider, she's got a bit of a bleeding heart and pretty inflexible morals, which could be a problem. On the other hand, I don't know how well she could keep a secret, and if Stella found out, then Kanika would probably be convinced to do a jailbreak, and then it'll blow up in my face. I'm gonna tell them, Soz. You can probably tell I put a lot of thought into this. It's the same calculation I've been doing for years, debating whether or not I could be fully upfront with any of them instead of just pushing them away, and hoping they didn't notice what was really going on. She sighs again. Maybe I'll get him a kitten or something. Like they did for Coco the gorilla. You're speaking about it. It's not like he's not your son. As the consequences are, I appreciate you empathize enough with Reese to see how this outcome is awful. Yes, of course I do. I don't want Reese to be stuck here. I want Reese to go free. I know there's an option for Reese to just run away, if I remember, unless the internet also lied to me. That there's a way to get Reese to just run away and not kill her. But oh yeah, I think it's if you have the heart trait, or maybe if you romanced him. But like that's not gonna help me because I don't have the heart trait and I don't want to romance him. It sucks. I dislike Dr. Kelly so heavily. Like, I kind of get what she's trying to do, but I really dislike the way she's going about it, and it's just everything. It's awful. Ugh. Hot trait. Yeah, there we go. I don't have the hot trait. I knew I should have picked the silly trait. Shut up, Kelly. You're pissing me off. This is a trait save. It does do him. Well, stop talking about him like he's a fucking gorilla then, asshole. Magic stone in your basement, there you go. Okay, thanks for the heads up, I guess. Let's say poor Reese. Almost wish he's more like a werewolf, transforms on a predictable schedule, isn't aware of himself when he does. I would make all this a lot easier. Instead, I have to stare him in the eye while I turn the key, knowing that every time I do, I'm driving him further and further away from me. As much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I have to get to work, gotta clean this place as best as I can before tomorrow. And she should probably get home. It's dark, I'm sure your cousin's worried about you. I don't think she's gonna want a hug, but if we're gonna need her to be nice to Rosalina, I guess we need to. No offense, but I'm not a hugger. Well, fuck you. Each trait gives an opportunity like that. Keen Eyes is episode 2 for the update. Keen Eye and Alon, not him. Tramway escorts you to the door. Alright, fuck you. Closes behind you. Go home. Where's Stella? When business starts tracking towards the door, follow, okay. Was kind of distinguished. Please talk to me. Show you what happened today. There you go. I'll walk you, run away. No, don't worry about myself. Jeez. Wait, was walking home with him why I wasn't able to talk to Oscar at night, or was it just I was too tired in general and that wouldn't work anyway? Just asking so I know whether to do the walk with him or run away. I think the walk with him is fun though. Too tired. Okay, fair. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure if it was just some flavor text or if it was like, no, you could have spoken to them. Like, oh. Mm-hmm. She drift off. You think of Reese trapped in that tiny windowless room as his greatest fears realized. His body no longer his own, but you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected. No, it's not. Leave him alone. And then you think of nothing. Like this play the Princess Arthur game. Let me save. Makes me so sad. Oh no. I'm save scumming so bad. I'm almost at the end and we've still got like several episodes left. Good, thank you. Lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind resolidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. It was recommended for a reason, by the way. Wait, really? But I just played! Alright. Let's go back. More than 16 pages of save. Just click right for more. Oh, okay, cool. That's so ominous. This is recorded for a reason. Because I know we did the recap last week when I played, so I didn't think I'd need to again. At least anytime soon. Yeah, let me clean my glasses real quick. We're gonna get some extra secret information out of this or something. Let me clean my glasses and then we'll continue. Glasses clean, hopefully. Open. Okay, so is it for every episode or just episode 4 that I should recap on? Well, is the reason in place in the previous episodes or just episode 4? I'm assuming since it's up to me, it's probably episode 4 that the reason's in. I got the full recap, but episode 4 might be in, fuck it, let's do the full recap, why not? Oh, fuck, I didn't think of the thing. Ah! Did I skip the recap? I don't know, okay, cool. Fuck it, let's get a full recap, why not? Funeral of Pell and Scarlet, your cousin's mother, your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own fate at your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms are safely accessible during the day. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing. You'll eat those words and I can carry a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Duke grapples with the thing as she grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Bertie with oddly pointed limbs. While Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness. Her desperate cries go unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's the deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it's gone. Oh my god, what do we do? Keep an eye on him for us, Stella. Welcome home, hi Wayne. Grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. Hello? Are you good, Kanika? Why are you, like, invisible? Is that a bug? Or is that, like, a thing that I would be looking out for? She always said that they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. There we go. Oh, I don't like that. I'm anxious. I'm gonna bed. I'll see you tomorrow. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. Who's Kanika? Oh god, don't fucking start this. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Travis takes us a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Hello. Wow, there's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. Oh, is Kanika left? I remember Kanika talked about leaving. Did Kanika just, like, pack up and leave? That would be so sad if that's the case. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know. You don't have to answer that, by the way. This is me just asking random questions now. If I ask any question, I should probably have, like, a word. People have a word, right? For when they're asking questions and they want to answer. Kanika! I have to think about that. Are these seen Rosalina around? I want to be helicopter dad. Why is her text gone? Here's your question. Yeah, I was meaning, like, I know streamers will have, like, in their rules, like, because, like, I'm one of those streamers that asks, like, a lot of questions I don't necessarily need an answer to, but they have a thing, like, if I say this word, then you can answer and give me, like, a back-seating thing, basically. I should probably think of that. I didn't really think about that being useful until now, and I'm actually going between asking direct and not. Fuck. Let's say, I'm trying to think of something that I wouldn't just say. Sorry, I just saw there's a spider's web. Hello? Fucking get out of here, Annabelle. There we go. I'll have to think of something off stream. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. Kanika, Oscar and Anne. I am upsetty spaghetti. She's not there anymore. Okay. Okay, so I'm not able to skip through this, but we did this last time, so it's fine. Hello? When it finally stops your startled by this incense, why am I getting stared at by the possums? You're awake now, cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still clouded with sleep. You realize there's a concerning lack of blanket and mattress, there's nothing beneath you but hard wooden floorboards, dusty and uneven. There's also a weight on your chest and claws digging gently into your skin. Your heart skips a beat. Hello? You're greeted by two beady eyes staring down at you over the twitching nose of the opossum that lives in your drawer. You're the one who's crouched in the corner eyeing you warily. You're not in your room. Stop crying. Stand up, snacking the opossum away in a panic frenzy. Stand up and get your bearings. Let's just stand up and get my bearings. What are you still doing there, bud? You stagger to your feet, disoriented and exhausted, your limbs heavy and your head swimming. You stumble slightly, swaying as you try to keep your balance in the oddly tilted room. The opossum clings to your shirt with its tiny claws holding on for dear life. You must be in the forbidden wing. And judging by the faint scent of death that still clings to the insides of your nostrils, you didn't find your way here by sleepwalking. You suspect a certain ghoulish, veiled man had something to do with your relocation. He said, I'll help you. The small opossum finally moves. It carefully makes its way down the length of your clothes, as if afraid you might notice if it moves too quickly. It hastens when it finds solid ground, scurrying to the larger opossum in the corner. The two stare up at you, not quite afraid, but clearly more wary now that you've risen to your full human height. Maybe they were watching over you as you slept, or maybe they were hoping you might be lunch. Either way, you're both going your separate ways now. There are two doors out of the barren room. One is a normal doorway leading to what you assume to be a hallway. The other door that must have once been hidden, though... Sorry, what? The other is a door that must have once been hidden, there we go. Though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Okay. The other is a door that must have once... I've already read that. Oh my god, can you tell I'm still slightly waking up? Investigate the hidden door, call someone, yell if someone will hear you, continue to do... investigate the hidden door, I guess? There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it, besides the brass circle where the handle should be. Explore, look through the hole, call someone. I mean, you could call someone. Groggily pat your legs while realizing you're still on your evening attire. It would seem Wayne wasn't thoughtful enough to bring you up home from the night time. Damn it, Wayne. Or maybe he'd prefer you saw what you see, what there was to see in this place alone. Look through the hole, I guess? You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies behind the door. It's your room. Which means you'd be able to slip right back into the safety the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. And try forcing the door. Let's save. I think that'd be really funny to try. No. Push on the door wall, it doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place and the door's handle, tugging and jiggling, pushing on it with every which way, still nothing. Alright, we'll go to the forbidden wing. And you make your way carefully across the slanted room and deeper into the forbidden wing. Ooh. Before you is a long hallway, dust dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose. warning you away, though there's nowhere else to run to now. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper and staircase looms at the far end. You can't help but notice the tracks leading up and down the grimy hallway floor, and you aren't surprised to see Wayne's unmistakable large boot prints amongst their number. Clearly the Forbidden Wing is only forbidden to some. Investigate the entryway. You make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. It seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect to have fancy rich people who wanted to show off. The stench of mildew is strong here, your already weakened lungs aching from the strain of breathing in such toxic air. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Your eyesight isn't what it used to be just a few days ago, but you've learned to work around the degradation of your vision. A bookshelf, or rather what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single-wristed hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond. Once hidden, now exposed by the rot in this house. Let's look at the painting. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate and the mines, the church and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. And then there's somewhere you've yet to see, the historical Calloway Tremaine homesteads. Oh, good luck with your appointment. Thank you so much for the luck. I appreciate you. Actually reminds me, I gotta give some shout out. Actually, they're out. You're cool. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, in commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten. Explore, examine the space beyond the broken bookshelf. Yeah, go ahead, let's be nosy. Cross the parlor, testing each careful step along the way, and duck between collapsed shelves to the old bookshelf. That scared the crap out of me, bro. Oh my god. The space is dark. I thought it was gonna be Tabitha just standing there. It would shit me up. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. For all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Sure. But all the... Oh, yeah. So, open the top drawer. Top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter-writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit, emblazoned with the initials ES. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents, scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature as the name Enoch Scarlet. This should be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. The very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize looking back up at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against the dark sepia background. It's Teddy! He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision, almost. It's a carefree look in his eye that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to the hospital bed. Enoch must have been lying to that doctor if the man he spoke to wasn't Teddy. Why would there be a picture of him in Enoch's study? Yup, you know why. It's because he kidnapped him. Or killed him, I don't know which. You close the drawer. Bottom drawer? Just jams as you attempt to pry it open. It would seem that even after all these years, the lock on it still holds. Only if you had a little bit more strength, but your strength is Charlie's now, isn't it? Fuck you! Fuck you! Step away from the desk. Alright, let's go to the hallway. Follow the front pitch down the hall. You follow the path laid out in dust. It takes you up a flight of stairs, the way down blocked by debris, and you find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. There are more footprints leading all the way down to the hallway and into the farthest door. There are much fainter tracks leading to the room in front of you. its doorway hidden behind a stack of boxes. These footprints are old enough to have accumulated some dust. They were also notably not made by boots. If you had to guess, you'd assume they were loafers or some kind of low heel. Tabitha, what are you doing in here? Push to the window, try to move the boxes. Enter the room. Let's try to move the boxes. Do your best to shove the boxes out the way. They feel packed full of lead. You can practically hear your shoulders and hips creaking and straining with the effort. But try as you might, you can only budge them about an inch. Then they seem to cement themselves in place, and you find yourself gasping for breath after another few desperate pushes. At least you know the handle can't be in there. No one has been in that room for some time. It's not worth the strain. Boo. I guess enter the middle room. This space was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. Check the bookshelf. Occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of the Grimm's fairy tales. Lower shelves are full of educational materials from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on this shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. But that doesn't seem to have stopped them from making their own fun. You see quite a few books with children's art stuffed in between the pages, the corners peeking out, tiny scribbled hands waving at you from the yellowed paper. Pull out the children's art. You reach for the particularly doodled on encyclopedia off the shelf, the pages overflowing. If Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell, if my family goes to the zoo, if Mummy, Daddy, and Grandpa took us to work, if me and Mary Bell and Mummy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic. Okay, Alexandra Scarlet. Are all signed with carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. There's a strange fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone's smiling and sitting together as any family would in a child's drawing. And yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way a child would draw a unicorn, expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. That's so sad, bro. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping, just the father sleeping in a chair. A bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him. Two girls on what you assume must be Alexandra's doll hovering in the doorway some distance away. Mummy going to work shows the girls crying in an upstairs window of the house as the mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on her face. You get the feeling these are more accurate depictions. Oh shit, I skipped. Of the girls' lives. The last picture you pull out gives you pause. There's a new figure there, seemingly drawn behind a barrier. The girl sitting near the side smiles with cartoon faces. The boy in the wall. I don't know, that's a bit freaky. Read a few writing practice books, I guess. Leaf through the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons Mummy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo. 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. 2. Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I'd like to see. C1. 3. I think it'd be very fun and Mummy would have a good time. These are also the work of Alexandra. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. But something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt today, Alexandra, continues with, talked to the boy in the wall. There he is again. You're done. Ooh, I hate that. Approach the window, I guess? Carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. As sure as a cliff, there's nothing below that window but the tops of distant trees and the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting are your death is a straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together, at least for now. Follow to the farthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. It pains you to... mystical. It pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong and oppressive, and overwhelming thoughts and that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here, you feel something worse, a deeper loss that is left, a wound that has refused to scar. You can't help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room, corners rumpled as if it's been recently moved. Is Wayne the boy in the wall? Or was he? And then you're drawn to the curtains on the far side of the room. Small section of tile peeking out from beneath the heavy crimson velvet. Sorry, the heavy crimson velvet is out of place against the hardwood floor, a curious and conspicuous detail. Examine the carpet first. Sorry, examine the curtain. Oh. Behind it is what almost looks like a shower, but in place of a shower head is a meat hook, dangling from the end along a sturdy chain. As your eyes travel down the wall, to the drain on the floor, you can just make out the rusty stains of what looks like long-dried blood, caked in between the tiles. There's an effort to clean it up, but just enough was missed that it didn't escape your attention. Reminds you of something you might see in an abattoir. Okay, I don't like that. Move the carpet. Pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. An ornate ring of sigils, they're doing magic, has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges with a 6th in the center. The circle emits a now uncomfortably familiar feeling. You can feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in front of you. The serpents wrapped around the staff give you flashes of the room beyond the morgue, and the darkness that swept through the house once it had been uncovered. The fist in chains makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mines, surrounded by the angry hammering of memories. Yeah, evidently. The horns have the same nightmarish dreamy feel as the world constricted by the furious ghost of Charles Shaw Jr. The others are new to you. The feelings they admit are less intense, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. Golden fields, the mewling of fresh souls just slithering out the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings like bells in your mind, calling you not towards it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold and into the darkness. But the central symbol is the strongest of all. It echoes out across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. Move on. Continue forward towards the door on the far side of the room. You ask, oh, this is the room from the dream. Not the dream, from, yeah, from that, not dream, vision. You exit to a short hallway. There are stairs here leading back down to the lower floors, but there's also another door. Hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. Doorframe itself is gouged and splintered, evidence of some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. You've been here before, haven't you? In Charles's memories, there we go. You step forward. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window, set high in the far wall, is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. Lovely place indeed. I see a doorknob though. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. The pain radiating from these walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. But the etchings on the walls are more than just evidence of the suffering of what went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you and anyone who may happen across it. Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost letters dug as deep into the brick as a salesperson could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. Does that say Charles? Almost looks like a word, then other lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether they're letters at all or just lines that fool the eye into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with nausea as you run your eyes along the deep furrows in the wall, but whatever was in there wanted those words to be known, so you do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind, carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. And then one final detail grabs you, a metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress, a doorknob. I'm trying to read what that says. Oval? Looks like it could be oval, but I don't know what the last one is. Ovalo? Ovalic? That's what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Probably. You take it, a sound wraps around you. Music, the tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up the narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Follow the music. You've got your missing door handle, time to get out of here now. Let's follow the music, I'm nosy. You've gone this far, clearly you're meant to go a little further. Mystical itself can understand it, just stuff it in your mind. Okay. The stairs take you into what you have to assume is once the servants' quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of Scarlet Estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough, you see light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. That means the locked door in the Forbidden Wing was just down the hall, but you've yet to confront your guide. Finish what you started and find the piano player. The musician plays as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill. Jagged remains of the floorboards jutting out like splintered trees. Of course it's Wayne. Flow of the notes finally starts as you reach an open doorway to what was once the music room. Wayne stands up from the bench of battered grand piano, turning to face you. I don't actually need to do that, but yeah, sure. So now you've seen it, Jazz. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell of the wound that is his body. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away, and I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen, I think? If you aren't careful and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. Talk? What was with the doll in that room? Did I need to carry one? Did you need to carry me off my sleeve? What's wrong with you? Kidnap me? How do I know you're the right person to trust? You lived in that last room. Does Tabitha know about all this? Can you tell someone about this, please? The phrase will know. Well, what was it? Why does it feel bad to think it? I want to leave. I've had enough of this place. I want to go home. Fleur, please. Let me save. I feel like I could accidentally pick too many questions and not pick the right one, so how do I know you're the right person to trust? If you're still asking questions like that, I know there's nothing I can say that'll convince you, but I will keep looking out for you whether you trust me or not. Does Tabitha know about any of this? Of course, why do you think she invited you here? No, I see what you're doing. You're trying to make me doubt her. I won't work. She didn't know me then. It's different now. We've bonded. She's my cousin. I love her. She wouldn't. Absolute bitch. Alright, let me go back. Because I feel like I accidentally skipped some shit. Load. Hi, hope everyone's doing well. Why is this person knocking on the head being vague with us? Well, they're dead, so that's why. Or at least I think they're dead. It's kind of implied that they're dead from what I can tell. Or that they're a monster. I don't know which. Why he's being vague, however, I don't fucking know. Let's look at it in if you're doing well. Big stretch. Cryptic still could protect us since the start of the game. Exactly, there we go. Like, I don't know if he's dead or a monster, but that's the vibes I'm getting from him. Oh, I didn't realize how much I need to hydrate. You can romance him though, apparently, which is funny. Before you scrolled on that wall, what was it? Why does it feel bad to think it? I'm glad you noticed. It's a weapon. Hold on to it. What's with that doll? She liked it, so I liked it too. It was nice to see it again after so many years. We lived in the last room. Wayne cocks his head almost playfully. I did. I've been in that room a long, long time, though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things. Town itself is enough of a prison that I might as well still be stuck behind that door. At least I'm free enough to warn you. What do you mean this town is a prison? If we can smooch as the knot can stay on, you don't kiss on his lips. Aww. What do you mean the town is a prison? I can't leave, no one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. May be able to cross the town line, but not without paying a price. That can be changed, though. It wasn't always this way, and it was never meant to be. We can put an end to it. What's with the dramatics? There'll be things you need to see, and I doubt it would have been interested in a private guided tour, not when I'm the one that could have been giving it. And once I'd helped you find what you needed to find, I wanted you to choose to come to me. To know you were truly open to a conversation. Taking notes like you were sharing. I'm here, aren't I? Can't you see I trust you? You can tell me whatever it is you want me to know. Do you want to be someone else's puppet? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it's up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. No! Find her, pry them from her pry her from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. Thought feels slippery. You're unable to hold on to it, and the holding is painful. Like a gripping onto it, white-knuckled fists. You're forced to let it go, it fades. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. There's a memory that I can't quite hold on to. I thought that hurts, almost hurts to think. Keep it in the back of your mind, try not to let it hurt too much, but don't let it take it from you either. You'll remember when you need to. Did you need to carry me off of my sleep? Wayne twitches almost imperceptibly before answering. A moment of weakness, I was impatient. Well, now you plan to keep me here? How did I not wake up? You shouldn't do that to people, you know, strike me as impatient. Never again, you hear me. I liked it. You didn't strike me as impatient. Days grow short. Take it as a sign that you should be feeling the same urgency. Alright, well, does Tabitha know about this? Of course, I do think she invited you here. You're trying to make me doubt her, it won't work. I've given you a glimpse into one of your possible futures. Whether you choose to believe me or not is up to you. But I urge you to consider believing what your eyes have shown you. Your freedom is on the line. Well, I need to call someone about this. The police. No one's gonna answer, buddy. Just when I say they wouldn't be able to help, the forces at work in Scarlet Hollow run deep. There's no one person that can arrest, no group of people they can blame and do away with. It's beyond the realm of flesh. But I know how to fix everything. I know how to keep you safe for as long as you live. I don't think it's all too much. I trust you, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. Will the other way help me stop this? I don't really know what I'm to do about this, bud. Wayne's shoulders seem to relax slightly as if he's relieved. Good, good. Our enemies rely on keeping us divided. They know how much stronger we can be together. Be careful who you trust. I'll always be there when you need me. Thanks, Wayne. That don't fucking help at all. Dick. Wayne steps away, his shining eyes watching you unblinkingly from behind his veil, before finally disappearing back to the docks of the estate. Nothing left for you to do here but leave. Gee, thanks. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot the handle into the secret door in the wall. Is Tabitha gonna be the other side? Please don't. Okay, cool. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble with Tabitha right now. It twists and the door pulls back and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against your doorframe. Ew, has he been watching us through the peephole then? Lean against the doorframe, relieved at once again having sturdy, unsloped ground beneath your feet and moderately clean air to breathe. The estate's gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind. To be anywhere but there. Yeah. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surrounding. As you rush outside, the morning's revelation seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. The cell, the doll, Wayne's insinuation that Tabitha has known about all of this, and even more, that she's taken willingly in your family's crimes. Not only that, but she has designs for you. Is it true? Can't be trusted. Deserves trying to explain herself, needs to explain herself, can't be trusted. I guess deserves a chance to explain, because it might not be what it looks like. Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She's your cousin after all. You'll just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation and get to the bottom of things, right? No. Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. I'm not ready to make a move. I'm going to the library to get more information. Yeah. Not going anywhere without doing more research, especially not after all the effort you went through to save the library. You're going there before you do anything else. You're under to the point of nausea long before you make it to the library, but the adrenaline that's coursed through your veins since discovering the cell on the Forbidden Wing pushes your body forward. Hi, Kibby! The library is somewhat less silent than usual. There are sounds coming from the open doorway of the mayor's office upstairs, the shuffling of paper accompanied by a low muttering. You recognize Oscar by a slightly manic laugh that cuts through the murmuring, as uncharacteristic as it is to the librarian. Alright. You climb the stairs and find Oscar amid a scattered pile of old paper, ancient leather-bound ledgers. You good, bro? Oh. Okay, he's torn a massive hole in the wall? Oscar, are you fucking good, bro? Why were they in the wall, actually? He's scaring me right now. Jazz, excellent. I was hoping I might see you today. Are you good, my guy? I couldn't sleep at all last night. I kept thinking about the stone and everything it might mean, and whether or not there are more, and how if there are, they may cause further disasters, which of course means it would be advantageous if we managed to find them before they do what they did here. And then Rosalina mumbled something about rooms being wrong. Why is the text doing that? Is my PC freaking out, or... Okay. Mumbled something about the rooms being wrong in her sleep, and that just made something click for me. Long story short, I decided to start looking through old floor plans for all the buildings in town. At first I figured Town Hall was had already shared all its secrets with us, but haha, as you can see, there's still more to be found. I found a discrepancy in what is now the mayor's office between the initial plans and how it stands today. So I started knocking on the walls and in all the movies, and lo and behold, an honest-to-God secret room, some old storage closet that had been sealed away behind the wallpaper for a century, full of old hollow secrets with your family at the center of it all. Hi, Seth. Thank you so much for the luck. I appreciate you. There are building plans for all these locations around town, town hall included, where there's clearly been extra work done to bury things in the foundations. All as a part of the Secret Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project run by Enoch in the period following the shoreline collapse. And more than that, I found what I think are models of what was supposed to be buried and where, like this. Oscar produces a small stone object. Its details are simpler, less refined, but it's unmistakably the model of the stone carving you found hidden away in the clinic last night. This is one of the carvings you described to me the other day, isn't it? I wonder what they're supposed to be. Enoch was at the helm of a secret society running Scarlet Hollow back in the day. Oh, was. Is there still a secret society running in Scarlet Hollow now? And to add to the mystery, there's this name I've seen repeated throughout his documents, Verena. She seems to be deferred to as an authority, which of course stuck out to me. So there weren't a lot of women involved in the government or construction and that sort of thing back then. Consulted Verena requested this change or that. So I went looking for more information on this person, but I wasn't able to find any records of her anywhere else. No birth certificates, death certificates, property purchases, marriages, divorces, nothing at all. I suppose she may have lived off the grid. There are probably plenty of people who lived and died with no record that they ever were, but I have to admit it's curious, isn't it? Someone from the clinic, bring Oscar up to speed. Yeah, let's go. Quickly bring Oscar up to speed on the events that transpired last night. Let's traumatize Oscar, let's fucking go. So it's confirmation that the old hospital was part of Enoch's revitalization project. If only it had been faster, maybe you could have preempted disaster. What a shame about the Kelly kid, but it sounds like the doctor knew the best course of action. Maybe when all this is over and we've managed to break whatever curse is holding this town in a grip, he'll go back to the way he was. Oscar pauses, his eyes shifting towards the door. We have to hope it can all get better. So this definitely supports my operative theory that these carvings are tied to the incidents that have happened in town this week. There is one installed in the shoreline after it had been dug out, and one installed in a wing of the old hospital, and one installed underneath the annex where I'd live, which was seemingly built specifically for this purpose. There are 2 more locations I found in the drafts here. The church and one of the old farmhouses, I believe the train main property. We saw that in the map. Thank you for the sub, Kirby. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. A stretch. There we go. Ooh. And a hydrate. Though of those 2, the farm seems like the most accessible. We'd probably need heavy machinery for the carving at the church. I don't know how long it would take to get our hands on an excavator. Maybe that's something your cousin would be able to help with. But that would also mean involving her. Before we get into this, you should know what I found at the estate this morning. Tom, everything. I wanted to find a witch. It seems to fit the bill. 5 locations, we think it's all of them. Let's tell them about this morning. You recount everything you experienced at the estate, the whole harrowing adventure, culminating in the horrible little cell you found hidden away in your encounter with Wayne. It's all helpful information. It certainly gives me a few more avenues to explore. Thanks, Oscar. Very, very comforting. And of course it brings the puzzle pieces together, doesn't it? Your family and Enoch in particular with these stones of his are the heart of Scarlet Hollow's problems. Oscar, did you listen to what I just told you about the estate? I feel like you're barely taking what I told you seriously. There's a lot more going on than just ancient history here. Yeah, let me save. I don't think this dude is listening to me. I'm taking all this extremely seriously. I would hope the hole I made in the wall shows how dedicated I am to fixing all of this. Of course, I'll be looking into everything else you shared with me, but those are secondary areas of research and things that don't require in-person investigation. If you're afraid of your cousin, just avoid her. You can come back to the library after you find the next carving if that helps. You don't need to stay in the estate. Suppose. I think that's all of them. What do you mean we need heavy machinery for the church? Do you know what expected the farm, or at least around the farm, a stone would be? Feels like everything always happens right after I show up. What if we're not getting ahead of them? What if uncovering them has been the problem all along? Okay, we have a plan, let's go. So is the plan for us to just walk headlong into danger unprepared? Alright, 5 locations, so we think that's all of them. I don't see why we would doubt that. All this was hidden away, untouched. If someone had tried to cover their tracks, I doubt they'd leave anything for us to find in the first place. What do you mean we need heavy machinery for the church? The schematic seems to suggest it would be accessible from inside the building itself. There's mention of the pastor at the time giving them trouble, so they installed it using a tunnel system to bypass his permission. It looks to me like the tunnels are under what the kids call Tetanus Lake. Or at least that's what we called it back in the day. People have been treating it like a trash heap for decades. It's all rusted crans and broken bottles. If we want to access any of it, we'll need serious equipment. Or Pastor Daniel's permission to tear up the pulpit, which I assume will result in much the same argument the pastor had with Enoch 100 years ago. What to expect at the farm, or at least the stone would be. It looks to be buried underneath the house in what seems to be the root cellar, similar to the one in the annex. So what to expect, I'm afraid I have no insights there, something bad I imagine. Though the men out there are usually heavily armed, so at least she'll have weaponry available at the time. Available this time, sorry. Feels like everything always happens right after I show up. What if we're not getting ahead of them? What if we're uncovering them has been the problem all along? It's not exactly true though, is it? Charlie's bloodstain first appeared a couple weeks ago. Kelly Boy struggled with this condition for most of his life, according to what the doctor told you, and we have no way of knowing how long it had been issues in the old shoreline. Anything I would guess your presence accelerated whatever was going on, which is a fascinating detail. I have to assume there's something about being a Scarlet that excites them somehow. You have to tell me what happens once you get out the Tremaine place. More data would be incredibly helpful. Maybe this one will do nothing. He said, Oscar, please! I guess! Oh shit, I didn't mean to... What's that? Hi, Laura. Scarlet Hollow is going great. We're romancing the most frustrating man in the universe. Or the least comforting man in the universe. How are you doing? Wayne wanted me to find a way that Sabrina seems to fit the bill. Unfortunately, if there's nothing in the records, that isn't a meaningful avenue to explore with her, no threads to follow. I read it a long time ago. If she were alive, she'd be well over 100 years old. I suppose the witch could have lived a long time. Who's to say? I'm not sure I'm ready to entertain that sort of thing. I've still got my feet planted firmly in reality. Oh, okay, so it's like you have to pick one or the other. Alright, I'm going... Yeah, I don't mean it in a bad way necessarily. He's just like, here's a bunch of information, and I'm giving him information like, hey, here's this traumatic thing that just happened to me, which got me more information. Here's this other bit of thing that just really traumatized me, more information. He's like, oh my god, that's amazing, we need to get more data. And I'm like, my guy, I'm gonna punch you. It's very on brand for him, but please. I'm okay today, but you people are happy to be here. That's good. Thank you for being here. I also feel you on the EP. I hope that the EPs calm down for you soon. Unlike Wayne that allowed you to ask everything, Alexis interrupts you. Alexis, why did you do this to me? Mr. Gutierrez, I think you maybe forgot. I asked a little while ago if you could help with Rosalina's medicine, because I think it's wearing off and she's having a bit of trouble. She's saying some really weird stuff. I mean, she's been saying weird stuff since yesterday. Well, that's getting, like, really weird. Like in movies where people do drugs and see spirals and stuff. Most sane and well put together Oscar can be in episode 5 if you believe it. What do you mean? I mean, I suppose, yeah, he's very like, we need to find this out. I guess that's a good thing, but he better start being, like, more emotionally intelligent towards the protagonist soon. Now, there's a lot of rules about the medicine, and I don't remember what they are or which ones they're supposed to have every 3 hours, every 12 hours, and I really don't want to mess it up. So I can walk you through it again. The ones with the yellow sticker are every 3 hours. And you just come do it. The last couple of times I came out to ask, I forgot everything by the time I was down there. And I think she also really needs some food, but all you have is onions, and I don't know what to do with those. I'll be done in a minute, I promise. In the meantime, why don't you call the doctor and see if she can walk you through it? It's not like I'm the expert anyways, it's probably good to double check. And after we get Rosa sorted, I'll give you some cash so you can run to the gas station for some snacks for you both. We can order a pizza for dinner if your parents haven't come to pick you up by then. How's that sound? Okay. Oscar, please. Alexis wanders back downstairs. Jesus, I keep losing track of time. Clearly I need to get my head out of the cloud. Just a bit, yeah. At least long enough to get some parent time in. Now, where was that map? He travels through his papers, searching. He finds what he's looking for and hands it to you. It's a map of Scarlet Hollow. The best route to Julius Tremaine's farm is down the main street, then turn to the first dirt road and keep going. The map should help you keep things straight. Ew. Good luck out there, Jazz. I really hope it's not too bad, but we're working towards something now, and I know we can solve this. We just collect as much data as we can. Okay, Oscar. Oscar's the type of bitch that's like, I can fix everything, and I know it. I already know this because of the way he's been speaking. This man is fucking tunnel visioning to try and fix this, and it's like, my guy, I'll fight you. Oscar, you're ignoring your kid, you're pushing me away. Do you really think there's anything here that's worth the cost? Ooh. Keep finding ways to send other people into danger instead of doing it yourself, don't you? Oh! But we're in this together, why not come with me? I'm so glad you're taking this mystery seriously. So many people around here still can't admit that there's anything wrong. Jesus Christ, Oscar, don't make Alexis give your daughter her medicine, do it yourself. Okay, I get it, you're busy, I guess I'll leave you to it. Thank you, Oscar. I know I can count on you. Take care of your daughter, Oscar. I'll handle the farms. If you're not coming with me, I'm not going out there. Good luck. I'll be back to you with this. No. No. We're not letting him off that easy. You're ignoring your kid and you're pushing me away. I'm not ignoring her. The most important thing for her right now is rest, and she's sleeping all morning. I wasn't going to interrupt that. Though I suppose I must be more scattered than I thought if that was the second time Alexis had to come ask me about it. But the work is important too. I know it is. I'm doing all of this for you. I'm not pushing you away. I'm supporting you. I'm sorry if that's not how it seems, but there's something to be uncovered here, and once I find it, it will make sense. I promise. Why don't you come with me? I would hold you. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you so bad. You fucking Jonathan Sims coded man. You're pissing me off. And I mean that in a positive way. Well, not really. Is he maybe more Martin? Seeing the narrative for the string, clicking on it and seeing this character, like, of course you're trying to kill me! What do you mean by that? Also, hi Carly, welcome on in. Know enough about myself to understand why I'm most useful, and that's here. I'm not a fighter, I can't protect you the way I would want to, but I can protect you with information. I can protect you with knowledge and understanding of what exactly is we're dealing with. I'd like to be able to do that, to repay you for everything you've done for me and Rosalina the best I can. I mean, what do you mean? Can't believe Chat's bullying me, that's so rude! Bearded, unkempt dad coded, you'll love people like that, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit. Look, I have parental trauma, okay? If I see an older woman, I'm like, hi. If I see a very particular breed of older man, I'm like, hi. Dilra? Dad, I'd love to romance, yes. Even if he's pissing me off at the moment. make Alexis give your daughter medicine to it yourself. I don't think it's gonna end well if I pick that option, but I do think he needs to give Alexis her, not Alexis, give fucking Rosa her medicine, not Alexis. I love I've saved scum so far that don't have numbers anymore on that. Yeah, Jess, of course I will. I said I was going to on a ditch as soon as you leave. Okay, that wasn't a nice way to end that. Boo. Alright, let's go back slightly. I want to end on a nice note with him. He did say he was going to take care of her, so I'll accept that. Take care of your daughter, I'll handle the farms. Oh, hello? You need to delete save, you can hover over the mouse plus delete. Oh, smart, thank you. Is this a mean one? Of course I will. God knows I could use a break anyway. Good luck out there, Jazz. It's been a hard week, but I know we'll make it through now that we have a clear understanding of things. Be here when you get back, ideally with a plan to access the church. Okay, that was a good one to end with. You take a deep breath, ready, but reluctant to leave the library once again. Wait, what? You gonna throw a book at me, bro? Oh, hello? Sorry, I wasn't prepared for a fully rendered still. Okay. This is why I don't play this is why I don't play datings. Well, I don't usually play dating sims because I don't find them interesting. I'll play games with romance elements because I do like it to some extent, but I don't like it enough to like have a whole romance game. But this is why I don't stream too many things with romances in it, because I get giggly and shy. So you're joining getting close to him? Yeah. Carly, I fucking replayed an entire episode just to be able to romance this fucking dude. Because I accidentally just avoided the first part of the game. Well, avoided finding the library, which is where he currently is. Anyway, Oscar reaches for your shoulder before you can leave, his grip firm, his hands sweaty, knees weak, arms sorry. With the nerves of too many hours spent working without rest. Jazz, I'm sorry, I really am. I realize how this must seem, that I'm being brusque. Oh, what's the fucking that word? I've looked up that word before. This guy keeps using words. That is how people speak, yeah, to be fair. Brusque. Meaning... That's how you spell brusque. I say that like I didn't just find out the word exists like 2 seconds ago. There you go. No one can blame me for replaying on this cute character again. Exactly. I'm just so sad because I have to pick between him and Kanika. Ugh. I want to romance Kanika so bad as well. But I don't know. You know when a character just pops up on the screen and fucking like yoinks you by the throat? That's basically what happened. Quick and rude manner of speech. Okay, use some fancy words, I see. I'm usually the one being told off for using fancy words. Blunt rude. Thank you, Kana. I appreciate you. But I'm being brusque, maybe even unreliable. Like, you aren't important to me, but you are. Of course you are. Even in just a few days I've known you, you left a permanent mark on my life, the things you've done for me. That's why I'm doing this. I want you to feel that way too, that I've been important. Oh, that's so gay! He's taller than us. Okay. Let's see how it is. He stares down at you, his words getting soft then silent. He's considering something, breathing quickly and nervously, his brow knitting as his eyes wander down. Oh my god, we're gonna get a kiss scene. Let's fucking go. What's he gonna look like? I guess it's gonna be a black screen, because like, how would you draw that when you don't know what your character looks like? Pull away. That's so rude. I would never. Look, I don't want kids, but I'll be a step-parent for him, okay? If I have to. I'll be a step-parent to Rosa for him, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see what he does. Nice! This is so gay! He leans closer, his grip tightens on your shoulders, holding you in place, a slight tremor obvious in his hands as he works himself up to what he's about to do. Until finally he closes the distance and his lips meet yours. That's so gay. You're the character from the back, but probably black screen with text. Oh, yeah. I could see that from the back, but how would they, like, you would probably be in frame of that. So yeah, probably black text, which, yeah. Both of you seem to be in shock for a few seconds, standing stock still, lips pressed firmly against each other. Despite being somewhat older, there is a clear inexperience in his movements, a rustiness after years of neglecting his Alright, no, we don't have to equate romance to humanity, alright? Well, I guess this avenue, but still, I'm not too fond of that wording. Jazzing the dad that kind of stepped up only to romance the original dad. You know it. Finally, he softens, his tension fades, and he melts against you, enveloping you in his broad warmth. His arms wind around your back, clutching you close against his broad chest. They keep saying his broad chest. They really want us to know he's got a broad-ass chest. Which, yeah, he does, to be fair. I think that's part of what got me. My eye. Letting you sink into him as if that alone could protect you from everything he wants to save you from. Those aim for main characters never be shown, not even the hands of the player to project their appearance. Back of the head would be too much. That would make sense, yeah. Yeah, because then you'd have to kind of guess the hair, like texture, color, the probably skin tone, possibly, what type of clothes they would wear. Like that would be taking a lot of decisions on the player's hands. So I can see why, if the devs specifically wanted you to be able to project your own like character onto the main character, that they would avoid doing that. That makes sense. Even if it's like, I want the full image. That's what fan art's for, I guess, right? This is so gay. Hello, this is getting a little too gay to read, actually. Hello? His lips move from yours, dancing across your cheeks as he plants kiss after kiss, blanketing you in desperate affection. That's so gay. Mr. I've never been with a man before, to Mr. I'm gonna kiss the fuck out of your face in like half an episode. I love it, 10 out of 10. Finally, his mouth comes to rest near your ear, his breath's tickling the sensitive skin of your neck. That's damn, that was alright, fucking hell. Squeezes even harder, his arms stronger than perhaps even he knows. In this moment, you aren't thinking of what might be waiting for you outside the room. You don't even think feel like you're in Scarlet Hollow right now. You feel like, Silas, don't come out the woodworks and say that type of shit. Why would you do that? Only physical descriptions of family resemblance with our mom. Doesn't even have a canon face and a haunted look, still very big. Yeah, but I look haunted on a daily basis, so like, I get it. Haunted look being a trademark from the Scots. Yeah, which honestly that makes sense. They've done enough what's the word? They've done enough horrors onto the town and people of Scarlet Hollow at this point. They deserve a haunted look at the very least. I meant like only showing non-player characters from the back, but I guess something for the main character would have to be shown. Also the player height character is the main character smaller, but makes sense not if projection was the dev's intention. Yeah, it makes sense. This is so gay. Look at his little face. We're gonna survive this, I promise. The two of us are gonna fix this town. Mr. I can fix everything, alright. It's the fucking dad from Haunting of Hill House all over again. Which, by the way, people haven't seen that. That's one of my favorite horror pieces of media is Haunting of the Hill House. It's unfortunately all white people. But, like, it's really good. Then the air feels cold. Sorry, then he pulls away. The air feels cold in the absence of his all-encompassing warmth. Or you can just say he's hairy when you know he's hairy. Gay supporting silence. How dare you? You know what? We love to see trans mask BIPOC supporting another trans mask BIPOC to make fun of another trans mask BIPOC. The spell seems to break the anxiety flooding back to where comfort had tried to blossom. This is so gay, thank you. People can't see me right now, but I'm doing the Debbie Ryan hair behind my ear. I'd better go see Rosa. Jazz, please be careful. I'll be worried about you until you make it back to me. That's so gay. I can't believe I'm showing weakness on stream right now like this. His hand lingers on your shoulder, reluctant to part with you completely, but finally he lets you go, slipping past you in the library. Into community violence. Into community support to support into community violence. There we go. His hand lingers on your shoulder, reluctant to part with you completely, but finally he lets you go, slipping past you in the library. That was so gay. I just finished a John Martin piece. Don't make me do an Oscar Gutierrez piece, alright? I've got fucking an art gifting competition. Art gifting event that I'm doing this month. I can't start doing other stuff right now. This game's making me wanna. Nothing left to do now but offer the leads he's offered. Follow the leads he's offered. Floor plans are all wrong. Speak to Oscar, his research has turned up. Yeah, that checks out. But where could you possibly turn to next? Okay, the police. I'm not going to the police! Don't put that as the first option, it's never gonna happen! Add it to the backlog. I will, bud. I have a scary amount of backlog so far. I hate it. I don't hate it, but... I need to see Tabitha. I don't need to see Tabitha. Oh god, I don't know which would be the next. Okay, I'm asking for actual backseating advice. You're allowed to backseat for this. If I pick one of these, will it lock me out of others? I'm not picking the police. We can ignore that. That one doesn't exist. We're never going to the police in these games. Okay. Because none of them have the Explorer on them, which is making me nervous. The farm progresses the story at the major plot point. I would say do a quick save every time we have Silas. Don't worry about it. I know how to do a quick save game, okay? I promise. That's all I'm doing. That's all I've been doing this entire playthrough across every stream. You can't visit all locations either, but you can visit multiple. Okay, how many can I visit? Or is it depend on what ones I visit? Also, thank you again, Canna, for helping me with this. I appreciate you on my operative attempt to not getting the shittest ending possible. Cause like, depends, okay. I'm gonna look up the guide then, just to see what. Scarlet Hollow, Chapter 5 guide. I'm just gonna scroll to where this is. Go away with your fucking things. The more time I created from your past choices, I can't access your run. Damn! But the story's too wide. Fuck! So many variations. Fuck! In this part, like, Oscar has 5 different scenes, not counting the romance with your past choices. That's so cool, and I love the devs so deeply for that. But I am, you know that meme, or it's like the person with like their fingernails clung into someone else with like blood seeping out of them, and they're like got their teeth bared, looking absolutely fucking feral with their like blood coming out of their teeth, like, that's me right now. I appreciate it, but you're making it hard. Yes, could I get a recommendation? Because what I want to do is try to, like, I would like to speak to Tabitha, but I feel like it's going to go poorly. I do want to go to the farms, and I kind of want to find the witch, because I'm hoping that'll help me get Kanika back. But I don't know if those options would fuck me up, you know? Either the witch or someone you trust. Let me see who's just someone I can trust. That's right. If you just manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you trust, maybe they'll help you. Maybe they won't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? Wayne, Stella, Avery, Sybil, Dr. I'm not trusting Dr. Kelly. Not involving anyone I care about will put them in danger. Bad idea, I can't trust anyone. I want to see if Stella's okay as well as the problem. What's the dot? Oh, Kanika. Can trust Stella. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go back, go back, go back, back. How the fuck do I go back? Fuck, how does one go back? Who? I picked Stella, but I accidentally skipped. How do I go backwards? Because I had picked something without meaning to. I'm guessing it's a reload, probably. That's fine. I barely did anything from here. Click no to Stella. So don't find Stella? We're in this together since day one. She knows something better than anyone. She owes me. There's some breach supernatural mystery. She knows everyone. They asked you twice before going to Stella. You weren't locked in. Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I wasn't gonna go into Stella. I just didn't see what this was. I mean, she knows everyone, yeah. If anyone would be able to rally the town around your side, it's her. Run to Stella. Yeah, sure. I'm also concerned about Stella, to be honest. You make your way over to Stella's house, desperately praying that she'll be home. She's been in this with you practically since the moment you arrived in town. She'll know what to do, she has to know what to do. You knock on her door, but you hear neither shuffling nor human footsteps, nor the excitement of a eager geriatric pug. You wait for what feels like eternity for an answer. It never comes. Wherever Stella is, she isn't here. Fuck. Alright, let me go back then. Look, if there's a way to save scum my shit, I'm gonna save scum my shit, you know? Like, I'm not chanceling this. I'm not wasting a thing. Go to someone I can trust. I guess it would be Avery then, because we're gonna need to look for Kanika. But I want someone to come with me to find Kanika. And help Kanika. I trust Avery. The only outsider I know here. Avery isn't wrong with me. I need a calm and collected presence right now. I do need a calm and collected presence right now. Amid the chaos of your unraveling morning, what you need more than anything else is a calm and collected presence, both of which are things that Avery seems to have an abundance of. Run to Avery. Yep, go to the diner. Arrive at the diner, breathless and panicked, you pause in the lot outside, doing your best to gather your thoughts, trying to make yourself presentable before being seen in the place as public as Winnie's. Before you can enter, a voice calls out to you from around the corner. Oh, hi. Looking for Avery, they're up at Julius's. Left me high and dry to deal with some very irritable minors. Sounds like the strike's off and a bunch of folks got fired over it. Fuck! But you didn't hear it from me. I thought giving a job to my sister's kid would make running the diner easier. This is the second shift in a row, now I'm understaffed. But I guess it's good that they're finally making friends in town. Why is Avery at Julius's place? You gotta help me. The dungeon up in Scarlet House. Explain everything. I don't think it's gonna end well, bro. I guess Julius's place. Why is Avery at Julius's place? How have I know? I didn't ask. I'd rather this wasn't the case. I'll tell you that much. Can't say I approve of Avery getting calls from a crusty old man like Mr. Tremaine. Real. Can only get to Avery if you see them first after the estate, but that means missing Oscar. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant that, like, we can't see Avery at all. Wait, can we go find Avery? Or no? I don't stick my nose where it don't belong. How do I get to Julius's place? It's quite a walk, but if you really want to get there, just follow the main street, back the way you came, and take a turn to Tremaine Drive or Callaway Lane. It's got the two signs knowing you'll miss it. Just walk out lesser down the gravelly ass path they try and pass off as a road. And look, I know you're well-meaning, but I've also heard enough from Avery to know that you bring trouble everywhere you go. You better not let so much as a stray feather land on them, or I'll be coming for you. I'm not trying to do anything, I promise. Misconnection, chat with Winnie in episode 5. Leaving you alone to ponder your next step, but where could you possibly turn to next? You went to see Avery instead of Oscar. Oscar could have not left yet. Sorry, Avery could have not left, but you couldn't have seen Oscar. Okay, so I just wasted coming up here for nothing. Oh, can I still go? Does this count as another thing done if I go after Avery again? Because I would like to try to get Avery to help me find Kanika. So I feel like that will help. But if I'm going to lose track of time... There's also the farm, yeah, shit. Ugh. But I'm worried about everyone. The farm that crosses the story. Okay, so if I go find Avery now, would there be time to go find the witch and then go to the farm? Or would there only be enough time to go to the farm? Do you know? Obviously, from what you can assume from the playthrough so far. The music really ups the ante on anxiety. Avery means no witch or no question mark. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna go for Kanika then. Let's go back. Avery's cool, but I do want to try to save Kanika. So if that's my best bet, then we're gonna do that. No witch or no question mark. Alright, well I don't... We'll try question mark. Because I wanted to help Kanika first and foremost. If Kanika turns out to not be the witch, then... It's a strange fragment of a memory dancing in the back of your mind, like someone or something that's played a part in all of this. Someone or something that you shouldn't forget. But then it's gone, and you're left with only awareness that there's something you should have remembered. If not must be that important. No! Alright, so yeah, it's go back and go for the witch in particular. Now isn't the time for unnecessary confrontations. Wayne told you to find the witch, and he notably didn't tell you to take this to Tabitha. Only you have no idea what's even begin finding this witch, or for that matter, who you assume she is. She could possibly be. Think harder. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this witch. Less of a place and more of a location, but less of a location and more of the idea of a location. And he's mentioned a lot. Clem, I appreciate you. No, that actually reminds me. I need to do a couple shout-outs. MSO. There you go. Check out all these cool people. They're amazing. Love their faces. There's There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this witch. Less of a place, more of a location, but less of a location than the idea of a location. Thank you for the reminder to hydrate. I'll do that now. And of course, anytime, enjoy your luck. Ooh, stretch. And sippies. Oh. I always forget how much I need to hydrate when I'm playing visual novels. It's the cafe, bud. So, a sort of almost location where you feel like you know where it's meant to be, but where you couldn't for the life of you describe it, but you could follow that important feeling. Walk alongside that strange feeling. Trace the fraying threads of memory forgotten. Yes. I want to save Kanika. Let me save her. You follow the blurry feeling, your attention drawn to a tunnel-like focus, to the rhythmic falling of your feet. Your surroundings distant and unreadable. You lose sense of time as you go. But then the footfall stops and you find yourself on Scarlet Hollow's main street in front of an old bricked-up building that you don't recall ever seeing before. So don't do this to me, Kana. You know who I want to. And yet you know that this is the place that you meant to go. Hey. Hello? Are you good, bro? Mystical, you turn to see Miles, a person you know, but who you realize now that you cannot place. The story's supposed to be, does it not have something to do with the blood space behind your mind's eye? Jazz, I have to talk to you. There's something going on, but I can't remember what. It has to do with Sybil and somebody else, that somebody feels really important. And I feel like I don't remember before it's too late. Somebody's gonna... Never mind, this was ridiculous, I just sound silly. He doesn't sound silly though. You feel the odd sensation as he's talking, a creeping recognition, but you can't seem to hold on to it. It's a slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. No, you're not silly. There's something wrong, and it has to do with your family. Something's so wrong right now, like something's supposed to be here and it just isn't. I know you're talking about, do you have any of the details? No. Something's wrong right now. So you're messed up too. This is so silly. Tries to collect himself, wiping away his tears and choking back whatever remains of sobs he had left. No, he misses his sister. Look, there's a guy on the edge of town, Julius. He's weird, but I remember him coming around and asking questions. He always had this notebook with him. I don't remember what he asked me, but he'll remember it. You gotta go talk to him or get to him to show you his notebook. He probably knows more than anybody else going on. Are we all meant to be going to Julius at the end of this? I didn't want to have to ask anyone to help me, but it's like I can't think straight. I need somebody to do this for me, and I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again, please. Oh. Miles, my favorite single child in the holo. Canna. Please. He shoves a map into your hands and turns away, hiding his face as it cracks with emotion. Oh, buddy. I really didn't want to ask anyone for help. This is how bad it is, okay? Don't tell anybody what I said, though. Don't need people thinking I'm weird. And then he's walking away, though where you can't be sure of it even as a destination at all. This place seems like a dead end, but you have a new lead to follow. Follow the map. Reach the farms without getting arrested, despite being on what? I'm sorry, what am I on? By being on the police's radar. To be fair, I did know that one. As you make your way along the sunlit dirt road, you feel it. A tingling at the back of your skull, an urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like so much crying that can only stop if you tend to it. Mystical, the feeling is strange when you try and examine it more closely, contradictory, the cries of a presence that both desires to be alone, yet at the same time needs your presence. Sorry, needs you in its presence. That timer I was talking about. Wait, so... Wait, was the timer about getting to Kanika? Or does this mean I can't go to the other farms now? Or is this where the farm is, actually, that we're meant to go to? God, I wish my brain worked a bit more effectively, because I'm trying to realize I think this is the farm I was meant to go to anyway. The cop. Oh! Okay, I understand now. Sorry. I feel like I need to put like a bit of information about the fucking streamer and be like, I take so long to understand things, I'm so sorry. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I'm glad I avoided it's bringing something into this world and it needs your help delivering it. You pick up the pace, you lose track of time, your attention glued to each step, your mind ceding control to your feet. They know exactly where you need to be. And so the trance goes until it's halted by the unlikely sight of a familiar figure in the path. Hi, Wynn. Boop. Good, you found your way. I knew you would eventually. I really need to fix this thing with Wayne. You know I'd come here. You're always showing up when I don't need you. I'm in the middle of something. Could you just leave me alone? Are you coming with me? You know I'd come here. It's the loudest today. The town has shifted its attention in accordance, whether or not I've realized it's that much. It's loud because it needs you, and you're particularly susceptible. Thanks. Are you gonna come with me? Unfortunately, I can't, not this time. I only wanted to offer some words of encouragement. I'm afraid that's all I can offer. I would much rather be by your side through this, but the witch is dangerous to me. But not to you. She can't hurt you in any way that matters, especially now that she's at her most vulnerable. His words feel far away, the knots sound in your mind. The call of the thing at the farms is louder. It needs you to keep walking. Just be careful of the farmer. Interesting. Places a guiding hand on your back, urging you forward, and that's all it takes. Your feet are moving almost on their own. You've been set on your course. Basically, the cops get more or less suspicious of you depending on your choices of the week, and the more suspicious the less places you can get visit before they arrest you. The end of the farms either way. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. The trees part, the woods thinning and giving way to messy patches of scraggly ends seasoned in garden vegetables, seated in between a pair of farmhouses on opposite hills. Now that the details are important, your destination is the further of the two structures. Mel, what's going on? I got a page from the sheriff and nobody's here, from Dr. Kelly. Where are the cops? I called him on account of Bo went missing, and last I heard he said he wanted to give Julius a piece of his mind. First the sheriff went in alongside that white deputy, the one with sunglasses, that white deputy. Sorry, I love that they said it that way. But then something happened and there was a gunshot and then this awful howling that went like no creature I've ever heard. That's when the other deputy... Okay, well I don't like it when you do it that way. I find it funny when you point out that one of them's white, but I don't like it when you point out the other one's black. That feels weird. He ran in and the door shut behind him. Nobody's come out since. So everyone's inside, starting to get concerned and running out of folks to call for help. Wait, is that Jazz? What the hell's he doing here? Kelly, I just saved your ass. Don't be mean to me. Don't be mean to me right now, please. You're aware this is the crime scene, right? That the cops are all missing? The talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's humming in your head, almost like a voice, one you can barely make out. But you know it'll lead to clearer... It will be clearer the closer you get to the stone. You start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on, where do you think you're going? But you continue forward, you barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. It's gonna be alright, Emma, we'll get out of there, I promise. And now you're inside. Oh, hi! Well, that don't look too great, gonna be honest. Sheriff Hugby dangles in the middle of the room, an axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling. It's embedded in his face, holding up a corpse of an imitation of life. Well, that went very poorly. Was it like some fucking machine set up to do that? Jesus. Careful, Jen, there are traps all over the damn place. Past the body, you see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage. Cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell's going on here? Derrickson, is the doc here yet? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement, that's where you need to be. He's been shot, Joan. I think you better call somebody. The doctor's here, Julius. You should let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? Oh, I don't like that. I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you there. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Avery! Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor... I don't care, let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. What the fuck is happening? Dr. Quelly? Yes. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I've got to step outside. You keep holding that wound and no one else better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls at the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. It would seem that the same forces that let all of you in refuse to let anyone leave. Are we stuck in here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? Well, you already know what to do. Approach the basement. Ooh. You're vaguely aware the Deputy Derrickin's trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. You reach the basement door and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcoming you down below. That's not ominous at all. Who the hell? So you try... Enoch, okay. So you tried to undermine me, which I should have known. You try to find your way around the rules. You've trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. Okay. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like this would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it can have one. Then we'll see if it feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby. And your family can go back to normal, happy and unburdened. True. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. What do you mean, manipulative hag? That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? This whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena. Our partnership has come to an end, which I'll be continuing on my business, and you should be grateful that you continue on with yours. Buddy, you're gonna fuck up the whole town just because you're a fucking misogynistic asshole cunt of a dickhead. I hate him so bad. I hate this man so bad. One of these days, Enoch, someone will be strong enough to do what needs to be doing, and I can wait. I can wait a long, long time. Hey, you're not dead, are you? Witch Verena, saw all my family, the witch. I have to find the witch, find the witch. Enoch fucked everyone over, even the witch. The witch, Sybil? She sends you? She tricked you into taking her side and all this? Oh god. Guess I should have known I probably wasn't the only one whose life she decided to fuck with. But all that ends now. I'm in charge here and I'll get what I was promised. Hey man, calm down, it's all good. Speak for yourself. Oh. Well, this looks fucked. Your vision finally focuses and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man Julius holds a gun in silent threat. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound on his side, blood spilling. I don't like you. I don't like you. Stop doing things. A nasty wound on his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of an unfinished basement. And in the corner is Beau. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Beau is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Just a bit, yeah. Jazz, we can't get to you. The door's sealed shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Jazz up to speed, Julius. He looks a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. So the witch, I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, and she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. She gave me the means to right that injustice. Only it obviously didn't quite go the way it was supposed to. Calloway's interfered, just like always, made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready. And he came out hungry, too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hold it down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn roots won't let me leave, and they've clogged up the drain, so I haven't been able to call the witch and get her to make things right. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out. Until Bo here decided to trespass because he guessed he lost it just with my boy. And the two of them wound up here with me. And that about sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair, a son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned ways, all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. My guy. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you a reason to shoot. Everything! Everything gives you a reason to shoot a cop, actually. Don't fucking start with me. I'm not in the mood. Self-defense, castle doctrine. Also, just, I see a cop, shoot it. That's, like, how you do this, okay? At this point, they're all dangerous. Keen Eye, you said you've been down here since Wednesday. Why didn't you call anyone until now? I think what happens here. It's just been dropped into the middle of a situation without any context. None of this has anything to do with me. I shouldn't be here. Explore Avery. I thought you would chill. Why the hell are you helping this guy? Explore Avery. What the hell's going on down here? Well, you said you've been down here since Wednesday. Why haven't you called anyone? Because this was my business. You say if you have no true concept of privacy, do you? My guy? There are times for privacy, and there are times for I need help, and this is times for I need help. But I'm not so prideful that I can't admit this particular situation got out of hand. Just a little bit, yeah. It's that damn witch's fault. She knew this would happen. All this was a long con to get me out of the picture. I'd bet anything. Why are you always blaming the witches? Maybe you did some bullshit and you didn't fucking listen to the witches' rules. Like, sometimes that happens. And then you get in trouble for it. Part of me only wants to survive all this unscathed so I can rub it in her face. I think you'd show why the hell you helping this guy. Hey, don't go after the kid, you know the first thing about... It's okay, Julius, I get why he's asking. Yeah, I'm not having a go, I'm just like, buddy, wait. Helping Julius because he needed help. He thought my plant expertise might come in handy with these root things, so he called me. But so far, I don't feel like my plant tricks have been that useful. There's no getting these roots out of Bo without causing serious damage. Especially now that the baby is freaked out. Maybe this witch deserves it. Well, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's like he's clamping down harder. You're doing what you can, kid. Never should have called you up here. You didn't have to see all this. Nobody did. Oh, why is W. Franklin shot? All I did was walk in. You can't just walk into a man's house and expect to have run of the place. You get ready to pull out your gun. I was defending myself. I don't like either of you dickheads right now. You don't have to pull out a gun the second you see someone. Also, you don't have to be a cop. So... I need to throw any malicious talk, okay? Do you know how to contact her? Please let's go. We'll forget about all this. You don't need to threaten anyone. When I need to do any talking, the way I see it, I'm the man with the gun and the guts to use it. And that's why people are dangerous when they have guns. And this is why people shouldn't be fucking giving guns so easily. Don't... So how about we all just sit quietly until it's over and then we can all go home and nobody else has to get hurt. Except Bo. He's already dead, kid. My boy's beaten fair and square. Best you see it that way. Keen Eye. He's trying to ignore it, but the thing is reaching for him. Its little tendrils trying to extend in Julius's direction, and he's standing just outside their reach. With eyes clutching his side, it's likely he's already been wounded. Listen clearly. You need something. You woke up talking about the witch. You want to know where she is. I can tell you how to find her. If none of you does anything silly, then I'll let you know what I know. Sound fair? Conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what? We're supposed to just wait until the Callaway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid was born and we all forget this ever happens. Feels like you've only gotten part of the picture of why exactly Avery's here. The presence is odd to say the least. Why are you here? Can't you see he's reaching for you? Maybe you should take him. The witch. Let me save. I feel like one of these. I can only pick one. The witch. What makes you think that Sybil's the witch? She's just helpful. What were the terms of this deal you made with the witch? The witch tell you how to take care of this thing once it's done. Someone important I have to get to. Someone connected to the witch is in trouble. It's urgent. Explore collapsing options like the open board discussion. Thank you, I appreciate the reminder. Yeah, that's why I was like, the 2 trait ones look like they'll probably finish this scenario, and I don't want to do that. Miles said you had a notebook that you've asked a lot of questions. He sent me to you and is helping something that's wrong with the world. He said you know how to get in contact with the witch, or exactly catch her doing that made you make a deal with you. Clearly betrayed you, it doesn't seem like what you promised, does it? What about this notebook? I go around showing my notebook to just anyone. For all I know, she sent you up here to test whether I'd be able to keep my mouth shut or not. But that's some extremely vague shit anyway. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what's wrong with the world. I've been stuck in my basement for the past 2 days. What the hell do I know about what's going on out there? Can't even get into contact with the old crone because the tap's all clogged. Not that I didn't fucking try. With Smiles, did something happen to Sybil? She would ask her for help. Oh, he would ask her for help if she was okay. Maybe she's in trouble. I don't like you. As if she would ever get into trouble she didn't mean to get into. Not that you'd be able to understand that. Not with all the tea she pours down your throat and the throats of down to everyone in town. She's got just about everyone convinced she's God's gift to the Hollow. The witch again. I mean, she thinks Sybil's the witch. She's just helpful. Oh, sure she is. She was all kinds of helpful once I had dirt on her that she wanted to help keep quiet. What did she do? She's always seemed really nice to me. Look, I'm a man of my word. She told me to get what I wanted, and I told her... I told me I'd get what I wanted, and I told her she would get my silence. I'll stand by that. Of course, all of y'all think she's nice. Everybody in town drinks that tea. Seems like people are awful fond of her. What about the tea? Her teas are a way to undo it. Like, I know, as far as I can tell, once she gets you going, she keeps you hooked. Like, I'm in some of her tea right now. Am I brainwashed? Is that the only reason I like her? Kid, I get the feeling you come by that sort of thinking all on your own. Don't think you ever met somebody you didn't try to like. Myself included. Most groans with discomfort, the baby seems to be digging deeper. Why'd you even want a kid like some fair to you, so what, you kill a man over it? Maybe we'll let Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. We might save Bo without killing your son thing. We need to get Franklin, Dr. Kelly. What kind of man lets another man take sacrifices for him? You thought about what happens after Julius, the sheriff's dead. Franklin, how did you get down here? What happened? Return. I'm gonna save this here real quick and see if picking one of these is fine. Avery, why exactly are you here? Well, Julius called me. I figured it must be pretty serious, especially since you've been missing from the diner for a couple of days, so I came right away. He knows about plans, so my boy's still technically a plan. Of course, I called. Like, if there be some solution, like, I don't know, giving the boy some less alive fertilizer. Why did you really call Avery? I think you're a plant expert. Why did you come up here so fast? What would a plant manage to even be? She went all the trouble to make it so you wouldn't be alone, but Avery came as soon as you called, so are you really that alone? You don't need some giant pumpkin homunculus to form a connection to other people, Julius. Has Avery been able to help? The pieces... Let them put the pieces together. What the hell would you know? You don't fucking know me, and here you are trying to tell me that this boy I've bled over for months is less important to me than a kid who's got a family already. A place to go back to, people who care. Avery, you don't need me. The kid's just nice. I need somebody to stick around for. Somebody who won't just smile at me out of pity who'll be sad when I die. Julius, if I didn't have Winnie, I don't know where I'd be. I don't have any other place to go back to. I think you might overestimate how much people like me and how much people hate you. Bo squirms, groaning in pain. The conversation pauses. It's looking worse. Quit eyeing the boy like that. I can tell you want to jump in and do something ridiculous. Never should have called you up here. It's a family issue. Okay, so I think I accidentally progressed when I didn't mean to. Alright, I knew that would happen. Okay. Does just have a name? Can it talk? What happens after this is finished? You just go into a normal kid. Do not all stop with Bo. It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. How's when it gets hungry again? There's really no way we could separate him from Bo. Maybe if you offered something better. What is that thing doing to Bo? Bo, can you hear me? Are you alive? Yeah, like, is there really nothing else we could do? In a debate, should I probably shut your mouth for you? I don't know, Julius. I still think there's something missing, and if Jazz thinks so too, maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution. You and I already decided this was best. That discussion was had and done before anyone else showed up. You're pissing me off, Julius. Holy shit. They would tell you how to take care of this. It's meant to be a kid when it's done. Other people seem to figure out how to raise those all the time. Don't need to give any parenting tips. Most babies don't eat people to live. This doesn't seem unusual. This doesn't seem that unusual to me, actually. This isn't the kind of things babies do to their mothers. It's not like they're eating takeout in there for 9 months, you know? Exactly what the kids are. Yeah, I suppose. Bo twitches, his skin blossoming with fresh bruises as the thing takes more of him. I feel like Dr. Kelly in here, she can help. I don't know if Julius is the one you have to convince. The baby's pretty freaked out right now. It's been getting worse since everybody started coming in. It's trying to protect itself. That's right, my boy's got excellent instincts of self-preservation. Sure, bud. So unless he decides to let her come down here, we'd best leave it be. Important I have to get to. She's in trouble. You'll have to hold on until all this is done. This only means I have to get... I'm getting in touch with the witch. Is that faucet there? It's fed by natural spring water, and this is her preferred method of communication, like her internet, I suppose. As you can see, it's currently out of order. I tried earlier, but this boy's got his meat all in there. And we won't be getting a drop of it till he's calmed down. Sorry, that grossed me out. What exactly did you catch her doing? Not like to discuss. Has had something to do with that husband of hers and what it was he was sick with. Husband, she's married, but she's so young. Young? And she's talking about different people. She'd look different to different people? And it's not like she's married now anyway. He's been dead for some time on account of the illness. Things under Bo's skin shift, writhing in imitation of clenching muscle. Oh. What were the terms? When I caught her doing what she was doing, she offered me this ritual thing to change my silence. Offered it right away, like she could just see right through me. And exactly what I wanted most. I suppose she didn't know was I'm not the kind of man who'd take somebody in anyway. Who turns somebody in anyway. Her business was her business. She didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and pumpkin seeds. But I took it anyway. Then I just sat on it for a while till a moment of weakness. What was the ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin? It wasn't his damn pumpkin, it was on my property, and the only reason it got as big as it did is because I fed it in his own blood every night. He is getting worse, you're absolutely correct. Let me go back. Let's see. Wait, no, because while they're talking, he starts to get worse as well. Let me go back a bit. I've been wondering that, but I wasn't too certain. Alright, it's okay though, okay. Go with... someone important, I can do that. And then... contact? Oh, he's already told us the contact. So our questions are not too many. Okay, thank you. Let's go with, there we go. Okay, What exactly are you here, Avery? Julius, why did you really call Avery? I think you know even a plant expert would have a hard time with this. Why did you come up here so fast? A plant manager even be? You went all the trouble to make it seem I'd be alone, but Avery's come as soon as you called. He was really that alone. But, okay, then I can go a little bit back. Never should have called you up here. This is a family issue. It should have been solved with the family. But you didn't call family to help. You called me. Family issue, huh? Maybe they wouldn't have to die. Neither of them has to. Maybe you can share this burden together instead. What does that mean? I saw this thing for kills bow. Sings a mockery of like, hi. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Let me do a shout out for you. Hi, what were you streaming, Gabe? Oh, how was Final Fantasy? I hope you're having a good time. And thank you so much for the raid. If you need to raid and run, please feel free to. I know streaming can be tiring. So please feel free to like, de-stream, take care of yourself as much as you can. And thank you again for trusting with your community. It means the world. Everyone go check out Katie. Katie seems really cool. We met on a raid train recently and they've been lovely. It was so fun. I'm enjoying it so much. How are you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. We're in a bit of a horror game at the moment. Bit of a I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do situation. But thank you so much. Also, everyone, welcome on in. If you prefer to lurk, please feel free to lurk. We're very lurker friendly. We've got lurkers. Well, we're very lurker friendly, and we've got anonymous follows on, so no one ever gets called out unless they want to actively be spoken to. Let me do. How far did you get in Remake, by the way? Sorry, I meant to ask. Because I do love that game. Yeah, it looked interesting. I told myself to check the triggers. Haha, by the vision of that game. Yeah, I will read the triggers out shortly for anyone that's like either visually impaired or not looking at the screen, so don't worry. But I also just recommend people check it in general if you can. What did you get up to Final Fantasy? I'm nosy. And while we're waiting for that response, welcome on in, everyone. I'm Jazz. I use him pronouns. I'm a Southwest Asian person, specifically an Arab. I'm a QTPOC, so queer, trans, and ace in particular. I'm also disabled, specifically autistic, mentally ill, and type 2 diabetic. I'm also fat, a witch, a hobby creative, and a mutual aid and charity streamer focusing on horror and cozy content. Today is a horror day, if you couldn't tell. The main things that you should know about me in this space are that we're all about inclusion, ethical consumption, and community aid whenever is possible and accessible for the individual. You can catch me streaming Mondays with co-working, Tuesdays with cozy games, Wednesdays with horror/creepy games, and Thursdays with something called Creepies and Arties, which is where I basically do art on stream and we listen to creepy shit in the background. At current, on Thursdays, we listen to the Magnus Protocol, because we just finished the Magnus Archives, and I love that series so much. And all that happens in the evenings and night times in BST's time zone. I am trying to make sure that this community and space is a welcoming and accessible 18+ space for all marginalized folks. So if you see me or someone in my community doing or platforming some problematic bullshit while in my spaces, or doing some problematic bullshit while in my spaces, please let us know as soon as possible. I am not above needing to grow and learn and find new things out, and no one else here is either. And you can let us know by either saying something in chat, whispering me or one of the mods are in chat at that time, jamming me on Blue Sky, letting us know in the Discord. You should find my socials here. We got around halfway through chapter 3. Oh, interesting. I can't remember where that was. Give me a sec. I'm nosy. Fantasy 7 Remake Chapter 3. Oh, you're in the slum! Oh, I love that area. It's lovely. You're like still relatively early game, man. I hope you're enjoying it. I love, love, love where Aerith lives. It's so nice. But I'm glad that you're having fun. I need to replay 15, specifically because I like that one a lot. Let me stretch, sorry. Well, lucky for a bit as a sewing class going ready soon. Oh, enjoy, get ready. I hope getting ready goes well and that the sewing class goes well. Have fun. And yeah, I forgot to say to everyone else that's here, I am a mutual aid streamer, like I mentioned before. So currently we're raising funds for the lovely Miktastic. Someone donated while I was off stream. I just noticed the number went up. Excuse me. I'll take that in a minute. Currently raising funds for Miktastic, uses they, any pronouns, and is a black, trans, and disabled content creator who's trying to raise 3k to get their house situated after a long while of it not being in the best position for Zell's health and living situation. Money will be going towards bills, insurance, groceries, and home repairs. If you can donate, please donate to the link in chat. It would mean the world. We have got some incentives going on, so any donation gets you a thank you. $10 gets you a 10-minute doodle that's bear specific. $15 gets you a tarot pull, and $20 gets you a 20-minute custom doodle of your choice that does not have to be bear specific. And our next milestone was in $50. I need to double check if that's still the case. But it's for a tiny life key, which is a very good life sim. Because fuck yay. Mick profile, there we go. Let's see who donated last time. Someone donated on my feed yesterday. No, it was the person that donated on my feed. Okay, so that is the correct amount then. That's fine. I just didn't see the number percentage go up for some reason when that happened. Yeah. And we got a bunch of other milestones that we hit. So key for Faith Unholy Trilogy, Creatures of Ava, and Greenhearth Necromancer, and a Skeb style piece from yours truly. We are, like I said, playing a horror game at the moment, so trigger warnings for the following: possible flashing lights and images, casual ableism, implied child death, animal death, realistic gore, murder, psychosis, major character death, police violence, gun violence, body horror, implantation, parasites, gaslighting, emotional manipulation and abuse, betrayal, transphobia, loss of bodily autonomy, loss of mental autonomy, dubious consent, unwanted physical advances, suicide, parental abuse, child neglect, and a mention of stillbirth. So just a heads up on that front. If that is too much for you, but you want to find me again in future, that's so fair. Feel free to drop a follow. Like I said, we've got anonymous follows on, and if you just need to leave but you want to keep lurking to support, that's absolutely fine. Just remember to meet the tab, not the player, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. For anyone who needs a catch up on what's happening, town's fucked. Avery's our friend. He's having some sort of breakdown that made him want to have a child that he couldn't have, so he did a witchy thing to make it. He's not a witch, he just took a spell from a witch. He seems to think the witch is evil. I don't know if the witch is evil, still trying to find that out. He's the police officer that got shot and is angry about it, which fuck him. I don't care, you're a cop, get shot, I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna mourn for your ass. This person, I feel bad for him. He's just a farmer's boy. I'm assuming early adult, maybe late teens, who is now being fucking fed on by this person's parasite child. Everything's wrong and confusing, and I don't know how to help. Maybe you can share this burden. I don't want to say, like, Avery has to take something on. Like, he couldn't have started with adopting a dog. Exactly. Or just, like, adopting a child. Like, that's an option. Family issue. Family adjacent enough. Wait, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I knew you would take it that way, though. Let me load and go back. Avery's not getting this parasite on her, though. Everything's confusing. I don't know how to help relatable Sam. Gotta stop this thing before it kills Bo. But it hasn't even had a chance yet. It doesn't know anything. It has no idea what's doing wrong. Kid, don't bother. The man heaves a sigh, heavy with finality. Look at him, it ain't right. This ain't how a person is meant to be brought into the world. I should have known better the first time. That damn witch told me to bleed for it. That's not how God meant for things to be made. It's not. I mean, to be fair, women have to bleed to, you know, give birth to a child, but Okay, I guess it's fine when women have to do it, but whatever. Obviously, this isn't good, but saying you shouldn't have to bleed to bring a child into the world, I mean, yeah, no one should have to bleed, but women have to do it whenever they fucking give birth. So, like, what makes you so fucking special that you shouldn't have to bleed for the child you want, asshole? Anyway, we're getting off topic. No wonder it came out as some kind of demon. It might not be. I know there's another way we can fix this without anyone having to die. I know we can. That's right, no person here has to die because that thing ain't a person. And at the end of the day, I don't need it anyway. You're right, kid. When I was in a pinch, I didn't call anyone else, no cousins or nothing, I called you. Figure that means I don't need to make myself a family out of dirt and blood after all. Oh, damn. Julius crosses the room, kneeling to pick up the garden shears by Beau's feet. The thing tries to reach out to him with a translucent hand, crying out for comfort that won't come. Oh, this is rough. I'm sorry, boy. Julius, wait. Ooh. Avery looks so sad, but I don't want Avery to get a parasite. Would Avery prefer to get a parasite attached to themselves? Is that what I'm hearing right now? So as a creature in a naturally soft skull, Beau's stolen blood oozes out from the orifices in a coagulated sludge. It emits one last wretched gurgle, and then... I'm gonna double check the guide. Scarlet Hollow Chapter 5 Guide. Remember when I talked about trait save and keen eye not being in episode 2? Yeah, why? Trait save for Casmus, 3 options depending on the dollar you put. I'm seeing there's a way that we can make the kid feed on, but I think that's arriving with Avery. All of them better than if you didn't have the trait. For Kez? Who's Kez? Kid will feed from Avery and Julius without killing them. Really? Wouldn't it hurt them though? Keen eye, the typo. Oh, okay, sorry, I misunderstood. I mean, maybe that works? Hurt, yeah, but alive, because they and two are not fighting it. But I don't want to put Avery in a painful situation. But Avery seems really sad with me not letting him do that. Let me go back. Potentially you can make Julian sacrifice his life alone for the kid. Julius, despite his fault, is Avery's closest friend. They want to help him, even though it hurts a bit. That sucks, though. Now, why would you say that? I don't know. Fuck. Ugh. I need to think. What does chat think we should do? Should we let Avery and Julius let the child parasitically live off of them for possibly what could be the rest of its life, for all we know? Or do we let Julius take the burden and then Avery doesn't have a friend anymore? Or do we let Julius kill the kid? I don't know. Maybe we just need to finish growing, they said that. Yeah, but it got let out early. So, like, how do we know that's even the case anymore, you know? I just feel like that's too easy for this game. Like, it got out prematurely, everything seems to have a consequence constantly. So, like, what are we to say that there's not a consequence that it got out early, and it's still going to grow and not need to feed off of people anymore? So the trait save is the easy option. Are you being genuine with that, or is that like a jokey response? I could see it being both, and obviously if it's jokey then I'm not gonna take it too seriously, but if you're telling me the truth then yeah, I suppose I'll go with it. There's like several. But which one, yes to, serious or jokey? Like genuine or jokey even? Each trait gives one option to have the easy way out and one specific dilemma. It's keen eyes, time to shine. Okay. So, family issue, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna hope. Family issue, heart. Maybe this boy doesn't need to die. Neither of them has to. Maybe you can share this burden together instead. What the hell are you even saying? He's saying we might be family adjacent enough that maybe we could take the burden off of Bo, is that right? Family, you weren't even raised here. How the hell would you know of being... The hell would you know about being a Tremaine? As somebody who feels alone, even in a town where I pour coffee for nearly everyone every day, the most of them don't even bother to learn my name, probably more than anybody else around here, including your own cousins. Julius doesn't respond. He watches as the boy shifts on top of Bo, crying meekly. What exactly are you saying we should do? Let him do that to us. Move him off of Bo, see if he'll come willingly, and hopefully the two of us could manage it better than he can all on his own, especially if we're not fighting him every step of the way. Can't feel nice to be attached to someone who doesn't want you. Shouldn't he know he's come into a world where people care about him? You can sound all quick. Stop! I don't like the way you said that, Julius. You better be some flavor of queer, otherwise I'm gonna be mad at you. If you want to know, I can describe the outcomes without the trait save as a contrast. You keep saying trait save, but I had multiple options with Keen Eye. Is it like a specific one of them that's a trait save? I feel like you might have explained this earlier, but I might not have understood. Sorry. You gotta go. Trait save for Keen Eye, but there's 3 options depending on the dialogue you pick. Yeah, trait save and Keen Eye not being in episode 2. And trait save for Keen Eye, but there's 3 options depending on the dialogue you pick. All of them better than if you don't have the trait. Kid will feed off Avery and Julius without killing them. Okay. Well, no, I'm okay. I trust that Keen Eye is going to help me here. I just don't know if this was the correct Keen Eye choice. That's what I'm nervous about. Because it was like 3 or 4, I think. All of them count. Keen Eye unique is allowing you... And allowing you to have multiple options. Okay. Do you know what the outcomes are for all the Keen Eye choices? Because I know they're slightly different. It's okay if you don't, it's just since we're talking about them. 3 of them, but share the burden. That's the only one where nobody dies. Okay. I guess the one with nobody dying is good. Okay, so 1, Julius kills the baby, which we did just see that happening, which would suck. Baby kills Julius, which would suck for Avery. I love how I'm like doing this by like, that would suck for Avery particular. And obviously the baby kills Bo, which I'd feel bad about killing Bo at this point. Because like, his mum is gonna have lost his dad and him in the span of a week. That would be fucked. Share the burden to the hurt but alive. I guess that would be the best outcome then, wouldn't it? No matter what, the kitty save allows Bo to live. That's a constant. Okay, well that's good. Okay, I guess we'll go with no one dies. That should hopefully be okay. If you want to raise a kid right, you're gonna have to soften up sometime, old man. Julius crosses the room, kneeling by Bo, and the half-formed thing curls up onto his chest. Ooh. Immediately reaches out, grabbing desperately at him. Avery intercepts, taking his translucent hand, holding it gently. He could kill us. But it's too late for doubts now. It started. You can see the tendrils dislodge from inside Bo, and he whimpers, seizing as they slide from underneath his skin, transferring to both Julius and Avery. Told you he gets it. Jesus fuck, this hurts. Certainly looks painful, but no blood seeps from the wounds where the boy's greedy appendages have broken through, not a drop going to waste. The boy, in contrast to the pained grimaces of Julius and Avery, seems to finally settle into comfort, falling into something like sleep as it nestles between the donors. Convince 2 outcasts to work together to save a life. I mean, I guess. As the thing's panic fades, the vines blocking the door slacken. The house groans unnaturally, straining under the weight of the relaxing meat of the creature's womb. The faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged, bursts to life, and water pours out onto the dirt floor. You wanted your witch, well, here she comes. Hurt somebody, doctor. Holy shit, it worked. Your hands are wet, the water's spreading, pulling around you, making the floor slippery. Dr. Kelly rushes down, out and Block says, "Alright, wide in horror at the scene in the basement. What the hell happened down here? Bo, can you hear me? Am I getting a checkup? I've been shot as well, ma'am." No, you don't. Fuck off. I'd better make some calls. Everybody stay with me. Basement's flooding. Am I the only one paying attention? Let's get the hell out of here fast before it floods. Am I hallucinating? Do you guys see the water? Crack quietly in the corner, let the water take you. Yeah, the basement's flooding. Am I the only one paying attention? The water's suddenly much higher. It rises up past your ankles. Oh, God. Are you in a root cellar right now? I mean, partially, I suppose. Or is there a flood down there? Honestly, Mick, I've been here the whole time, and your guess is still as good as mine. Apparently, we can communicate with the witch through the water. I just tried to tell everyone, hey, the water's back on and we're gonna get flooded in here, and no one's responded. So if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's not actually flooding and we're the only one can see the water because we're gonna go talk to the witch in a second. If I had to guess. But this game is a lot. So I probably have missed 10 different things pointing me in a different correct answer. I don't know if it's a root cellar. Right now it looks like a root cellar, to be fair. But that's like some weird monsters, meaty tendrils and shit. I don't know if it's an actual one. Why does the guy have a black handprint? That would drive me up a wall, hearing water and no one else. Right? So the guy has a black handprint because that thing that's currently on them was on him. I've been told this is the best outcome, which scares me. I'm gonna be so honest. Apparently, they will be fine because that thing is on 2 of them versus the one of him that it was before. They're just not doing well right now, but they'll be fine. Everyone can see the tendrils. It's been a whole thing. That thing is the reason the tendrils are all there. It was worse. Now it's not. Because that thing apparently needs sustenance, which those 2 offered to do. Because they both want this thing to live. As you see, I hope you can understand now what I said. Your guess is as good as mine to what's happening. Because so much has taken place, I don't think my brain can retain all the information, truly. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the likes. Like, I hope you're doing well as well. I would be so pissed if I could hear water just flowing and no one fucking answered me either. What are you talking about? There's no water. Go, shut up. I don't want to talk to you. You're a fucking police officer. Go away. Yeah, okay, so we're just like hanging out in a drowned basement and everyone else is happy, I guess. But there is, you just can't seem to see it, not that it matters. We'll get more information about right now. Well, that's good. I hope that it helps at least make sense of some things. Because his words are swallowed by the flood. Finish episode 5. Ginseng baby. Oh my god. Or ginseng. I don't know how to pronounce that word, actually. I just realized that. I've not really said it out loud before. You feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or should be. Your ears are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold and dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. Oh, eyeball. Hello? Oh, hi. There are bodies in the water with you. They're all dead. 1,000 corpses. 1,000 homes all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You're the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. Huh? You're not the one who had the vision, not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter. You've been teaching as your mother taught you. You're the only one who can stop it, mother, but you won't be strong enough. I like this, whatever this thing is. Like, how to describe the way it's moving with the background and the thing in front. I like that. Her words are heavy. How can you be so sure? Maybe it's only a dream. The village is doomed then. Of course I'll stop it, don't worry. I mean, it could just be a dream. It's not a dream. You know, I've seen things before and they've always been true. Oh, hey, apparently this game takes place in a fictional town in North Carolina. Parallax effects. Use that on Let's Play the Princess. There we go. Yes, parallax effects. Thank you. It's not a dream. You know, I've seen things before, they've always been true. Take my power, mother. I give it willingly. It's the only path that leads anywhere but death. They would live, but you die. Forget this and take care of it like I always do. I don't want to be dismissive. I don't want them to die either. They would live, but you die. That's not death, mother, it's a return. And what's one life against 1,000? Your daughter is confident she's already decided what's going to happen. Let them take your daughter back, reject and let 1,000 die. What? Well, now I feel... Oh, now I feel bad. Obviously, don't want the daughter to die. Don't know who this daughter is, but I don't think anyone should have to die. But if we're trolley probleming this, which it seems like it's trying to trolley problem us, probably shouldn't let 1,000 people die either? Accept and take your daughter back. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there's a confidence in her. You have no choice but to respect it. That's a cool arm. You take her back, her power becomes yours. The flood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Interesting. Years have passed, you outlive everyone you used to know. You move on. You meet new people, you start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives on you shows what's coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness. It's really interesting that they're like, you know, the art dolls, posable dolls. The smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless parade of funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of the plague. I wonder what that has to do with anything, the design choice for them to be the posable dolls. You are among their numbers, your body no longer strong enough to heal even itself. You are not strong enough to stop it, or you're not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There's another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are. Not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength enough. Hi, Busby. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We're not moving in for the next decade. Oh no, what happened? Also, let me give some shout-outs. It's been like a minute or so that people have been in here that want to shout you out. Check both these people out, they're both cool as fuck. Explain to her as it was explained to you, take your daughter back. What do you mean? I'm moving parts. Oh, physically moving. No, you're so real. Sorry, I thought when you said I'm not moving, I thought you meant like actually physically, not moving house. No, that makes more sense. Okay, sorry. Yeah, moving house is a nightmare. I hope that it's going well enough as it can. Can I Still save scum? I can. Thank you, save scumming. Explain to her as I explain to you. Tell her what's coming, you explain what she has to give up, what you have to give up. You love your daughter after all, you'll miss her, but as you miss your first daughter. She's angry. Even when you try to explain that she'll be a part of you, she won't die. She cries and cries, and as she tries to run away from you. Honestly, fair. But I feel it. Oh, I thought you meant moving, and not moving house. But I feel it. I hate moving. Hope you never have to again. Moving is a nightmare. I hope the next move that we do is the final one in a good way, because, buddy. Fate is attempting to cut a loose thread. Psychosis rests on this decision, stop her from leaving. Let her go, give up on the city. Maybe give up on the city? Your daughter leaves you, you resign yourself to the future. She's one of the first to die. Oh. Well then no, I'm not gonna do that. She's one of the first to die. Salzburg. You do not let your daughter escape. Do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes, the city never knows what it would have been to be in a room. Don't reload! What do you mean, don't reload? Should I go back? So you give up the city to its fullest. Okay. She's one of the first to die, the streets flood with disease, and the bodies are buried, then burned. I didn't mean to. Oh! That's not how it happened. Oh. Okay, I guess we're not allowed to. I see why you told me to do that now. I accidentally fucked up though and missed some dialogue, so I'm gonna have to reload it anyway. I basically just got 4 car trips left and then spending the rest of the month cleaning and landscaping. It also leaves you resigns off to the future. She's one of the first to die, the streets full of disease and the bodies are buried, then burnt, then left in heaps on the streets until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. High City rests on its decision, stop her from leaving. Do not let your daughter run from you. Intriguing. 4-ish. Well, I hope it's no more than 4. No plague comes, the city never knows what it would have been, a ruin. But there is an unhappiness in you she didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, and restless. Interesting. You'll have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you've done, over the years you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you. Their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. The tapestry is once again revealed to you. The war rages and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it begins, and if you die for the sake of the many, you can guide the powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you could have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left behind by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Take her back and stop them before it starts. Let her be free and plunge the land into generations of war. I mean, stop the war, right? His daughter joins her sisters easily, as she's been trained to do. You're the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. That sucks, bro. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Fuck. What did that say? I missed it, and I can't... Oh, I can. Dialogue history. Yeah, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations. Anyone can hold power here. You have discovered if they're vicious enough to want it. Very true. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time, you humour him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can manage, not until the vision comes. A war like none the world has ever witnessed, a fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on the throne where none were meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing into its crushing weight. There should have been trigger warnings for war imagery, I will say. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't add trigger warnings to the list for that. I'm gonna have to add that myself manually, because this is a lot of war imagery. And I personally know a lot of people that probably would have appreciated a warning on that. Honestly, I'd just say war. There we go. Apologies for that, it wasn't on the list on the website, so I wasn't aware. World under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. He is already on his way, you realize too late. You have been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from a mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter, you always have a daughter until you don't. It's time to rest, aren't you tired? Take it back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. It's time to rest, aren't you tired? Of course you are. But the world needs you, you can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take it back and erase the man. She joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remembered whose shoes they were stepping into, and none of whom can hope to command the way he would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. Hide yourself away from the world, you and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small, the decisions simple. You can make them all the same, helping where you can, a storm halted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you're shown a dark pit. Splintering wood, debris, trapping everyone inside. Wait, is that the thing at Scarlet Hollow? Bodies burning as the very rock catches fire, children screaming as the flesh bubbles, and silence as lungs fill with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Take her back. She joins her sisters, so many have before her. The disaster is averted, lives are saved, and you have another daughter. I guess not. But that's not what happened, okay. Not this time. You take your daughter's hands and you look her in the eye. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. green-eyed privilege much. That's like kind of fun though to have it there. Well, the collapse did happen. I was thinking that, I was like, wait, what? I wasn't sure if it was like a different collapse, and they were like, just like, psyching me out. You stare out over, so it's not race of the daughter. Well, yeah, but I wasn't sure if that was exactly the same collapse, or this was talking about a different one. You stare out the hills together as a plume of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day like everyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him a vision. Is that Enoch? He has already decided he's bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong. Tyler didn't have green eyes. He has green eyes already. So I'm trying to think. Bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong. But that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has its way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little pits that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can ever hope to follow. Its toll eternal and incalculable. But there's a new thread too. If you're patient enough, if you're strong enough, when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it'll give you so much power that you'll never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes so much like yours. You can't take her back and summon the entity into the world. I'm gonna assume we're gonna do that one anyway, but we'll pick the first one to see. But you did, yeah. You welcome her back as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant, he cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. Yeah. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. Sybil, ugh. Kanika, Jazz, what are you doing here? You real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I've already made my decision anyway. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. I figured it would be Kanika, but I finally have a real purpose, and now that I know what the purpose has always been, I can't go back, or it hang over me for the rest of my silly small life. Everyone out there forgot about you, Kanika. It's like you didn't exist. What decision? How do we know any of that really happened? What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you know? I saw your brother today. He didn't understand what was happening, but he was so upset about it. He's most of the reason I found you. Do you know what to do, is Kanika? What decision? Did you not just go through a whole life story thing? Was that just me? Look, I'm gonna do what I was born to do. I'm gonna save lives, Jazz. More than most people could do in a lifetime. How'd you know any of that actually happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking the chance. Because if I go back now, I'll know everything my mum could have stopped will be my fault. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc and all these disasters with my mum, would be able to stop if she takes the power for herself. I'm so much smaller than all that. Kanika, don't make me fight you. But in this moment, I can be what stops it. It can be big enough that my life can be meaningful. Kanika, don't say things. You're making me sad. Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Working at a shitty general store in a dying town, yeah, I would call that pretty meaningless. saw your brother yesterday. He didn't understand what was happening, but he was so upset about it. He's the reason I found you. Miles? But he doesn't even like me that much. He always thought I was bossy and annoying. He was upset. Mostly because he didn't remember how much he hates me. If he did, he wouldn't feel that way. Mystical and keen eye. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you without glasses before. It suits you. Don't do this, Kanika. I feel like adding the everyone forgot about you won't help at all. Mystical and keen eye. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you without glasses before. It suits you, huh? Knew it. Of course, I should have known better than to think I could hide from you, Jazz. Sybil, you're pissing me off. I wasn't trying to trick you for what it's worth, though I'm sure that it doesn't sound very truthful. Please try to trust that it's all in your best interests. I'd hoped it would be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you right here before I could finish my work. But you know, this has to be done to save you, to save Tabitha, to save everyone in town. Haven't they all been stuck long enough? Kanika can't save them on her own, but I can. I wish this wasn't how it had to be, but it's the only way your story gets a happy ending. Miss Cole, there's no illusion masking her words, no trickery, she's speaking her truth. Perhaps there remains a narrow path for you to walk. So, well, this feels evil. When he's already going to take care of me, I don't need your help. Why can't you just be direct while this mystery? I saw your son in the morning. He was confused and miserable about all this. Do you even care? What's gonna happen to me if you take me? Yeah! Why does it have to be on fucking Kanika? Like, it's always the fucking femme children that have to bear the burdens of things, and it's fucking horrific. Hi, Rahara. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad there's no timer. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna pick everything then. Please in the morning who's confused. Do you even care about him? All that misery is temporary. As soon as this is done, we'll return to him just in a different form than he's used to. We'll still be his family. We'll still love him. Question you should be asking yourself is what would happen if you stopped this from finishing? Do you think Miles will be better off with a broken family in a town where everyone stays trapped? Let him be free to have a future. Speak the name that was carved into the ceiling, the cell wall. Of course, the scratching on the walls, this is what it was for. Jazz, no, I don't know. Oh. Was that not an explore? Don't you have to know how to speak it? The thought of it brings the sound to your lips. And you force this way out, yearning to be free from your mind and use it as a dagger. So I'm gonna go load back. For some reason I thought it was oh, it's mystical. I saw that and I thought it was explore. Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna continue now. Actually do the explores. So it's her life or mine, is that what you're saying? That is a very distinct possibility, yes, though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger, I'm sure you can feel that. And I make a powerful ally. Believe me when I say I understand the burden that's been placed on you. So well, this feels evil. I know how unpalatable this feels, Jazz, but pull back the curtain. It's far kinder choice than anything you've been party to this week. How does a gentle exit compare to locking Grease Kelly away in that tiny little room for the rest of his life? Do you think he'll ever be well enough to leave? Unlike Duke, who left behind a widow and a son to mourn him, Kanika's memory will be that but a passing breeze. There won't be anyone to hurt from their loss. Don't piss me off, Sybil. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off so bad. Even you'll forget her as soon as she's gone. The burden of remembering her is mine and mine alone. When you ran after Becca and Alexis, you courageously left Rosalina Gutierrez maimed for life. Fuck you. Courageously chose to free Charlie's spirits from the library, but at the cost of so many of your years. Okay. You have stopped to wonder. Have you stopped to wonder how many people you haven't been able to help because of your body's frailty? Go fuck yourself, Sybil. I don't think you've made any wrong choices, Jazz. Enoch's legacy has simply stacked the deck against you. My daughter is one person and she won't die in the traditional sense of the word. She'll be here with me and her sisters. It will be gentle, like stepping into a pool. All of these lingering threads left by your decisions can still be mended if you let her help me. Don't piss me off, Sybil. Holy fuck. Wayne's already going to take care of me. I don't need your help. Why can't you just be direct? Did you know I was going to wind up here? Didn't I throw a wrench to your plans? You gave everyone, myself included. It does things that people makes them trust you, so how am I supposed to trust you now? Good question. I suppose you think anyone who manipulates the opinions of others is inherently untrustworthy then. Is politeness not manipulation, faux sincerity? I'm sorry for your loss, you might say to someone who's hurting. But do you mean it? Or is it part of a social dance where you want to seem to know all the steps? I mean, I only say that shit if I mean it. I'm sorry. Am I being a little too autistic right now? Who's out there saying, I'm sorry for your loss and not actually giving a shit? Huh? What about the ability to ask all the right questions to make someone feel important and intelligent when desired? Oh, sorry, undesired. Pick just the right thing to say to get the right outcome you want. Right. Look, Save Scumman's different. That's not real life. Haven't you been doing that yourself? That's different. People manipulate each other each and every day. It's part of who we are. I've just picked up a few more tricks over the years than most. Why should I switch shift everything that just happened to Julius? True. Oh, the baby? The one he was supposed to keep incubating until the pumpkin had shriveled in the field? I gave very clear instructions, you know. Isn't it my fault that the Callaways decided it was their property, or that he decided to hatch it while it was still hungry? I saw the possibility, I won't lie to you about that, but I see many possibilities. It was just as likely that the baby would consume him before anyone was the wiser, or that the pumpkin would be taken but to the fair, and the thing inside would die and that no one could see it suffering. Sometimes Jazz pain is unavoidable. Julius wants a fix for everything that has gone wrong to him over the decades of his life. I can provide that, not after who he decided to become. It's already too late to stop those consequences from reaching him. What you're doing now is inviting a future with more pain. Please let me choose the kindest path instead. Thank you for the self-care, Rahara. I appreciate you. Thank you for the self-care, Via. I appreciate you. It's your stretch. Stretch. Oh, and then hydrate. Okay. Do you know what's going to wind up here? Doesn't this throw a wrench into your plans? I did see this possibility, no inevitability, I suppose. I'd hoped it would all be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads lead for you to walk would bring you here right before I could finish my work. But your being here only throws a wrench into things if you're unable to grasp the weight of what you're about to do. So ask many questions as you need, explore all avenues. I will answer until you understand. Why can't you just be direct? Why is all this a mystery? Those are the rules. Every bargain has its rules. That's so vague. What about this bargain? What rules would I be agreeing to? This isn't a bargain. I was always going to help you. After all, I intend to break the structures that have been holding everyone in place. I have no interest in building a new prison. Prison. Wayne's already taking care of me. I don't need your help. Sybil flashes you a pitying look. You poor dear, do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty just because he's been kind? Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I'm giving you the truth now. You call this truth? It's the closest I can get to it, yes. Fuck, what do we do? I don't know. It said that I still have a thin line to walk, possibly, or at least hinted to it. And we have the mystical. Happy about the bear thing? You'd like it. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh my god, I literally forgot everything that's not in the story right now. Mystical said that, yeah. Thank you for the bear meme, it was very cute. I liked it. Bear, bear, bear. Bear circle. It's a bear ritual. Now I need to draw art, or I need to commission someone. I don't know which. We'll see which happens first. Of like bears in a circle doing like a ritual. That'd be so cute. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking mystical. Because the game said there's like maybe a path, a narrow path that we can still walk. And it may be narrow, but it could work. Speak the name that was carved into the cell wall. It looked freaky, but not all things that look freaky are inherently bad, you know? What do we want to do, Chap? Do we want to mystical and see if we can mystical our way out of this? Or do we want to let her do what she started? I don't want to let her take Kanika. Kanika deserves to live a happy life. She deserves to live in general, to be honest. Like, it feels so cruel. I'm gonna go with mystical. I'm gonna save first, though. Oh, we already saved, okay. Of course, the scratching on the walls, this is what that was for. Jazz, no, you don't know what you're... You don't have to know how to speak it. The thought of it brings the sound to your lips, the name forcing its way out, yearning to be free from your mind and used as the dagger it is. Why did it look like that? The dagger turns into her. Everything that is not her pours out of the delicate tapestry of the existence of parts she arranged, so neatly scattering their voices, filling the dream around you, confusion as her careful order is upended. A single dangling thread comes into focus. Jazz, wait, you can't see how this will benefit you, because you don't understand the danger you're in. Our enemies have made sure you can't, not until it's too late. I'm the only one who wants to see you walk free, but I understand why you wouldn't trust me, of course I do. I've had to be my own little lies as part of the ridiculous game. Please know that I'm not lying now. But even if you don't believe a word I've said about your own safety, I'll give you something else too, something you need. It's not fair what Charlie did to you. It had to be done, of course. He couldn't say that. He'd stay where he was. But I can take away the burden. I can give you back your youth, your health. I only need to finish what I started. If you want me to trust you, then give me what you're promising now. Show me you can. Are you funny? Say, just give it to me. Okay, bye. She's gonna say no. She'll go, no, I can't, blah, blah, blah. Because of course she will. I can't. It requires strength I don't currently possess. If you want what I've offered you, you'll just have to trust me. Doing this to everyone, remember that. I don't know. This doesn't feel right. Pull the thread. You ignore her offer, you grab the thread and pull. The delicate tapestry is unwoven, the witch's careful work torn open, only momentarily as her daughter's hands are finally unbound enough to grab at their mother. The cries are a song calling out as they drag her down to the depths of their mass, craving her warmth, her attention, her love, as it has been so long since she held them. Thread woven backwards, pull the thread and reverse the tail. Tapestry weaves itself shut around her, the cries go quiet, sated, the witch is gone. Kanika catches her breath in the space once occupied by her sisters, now she stands alone. Though she isn't really alone, not anymore, and she never will be. Oh. She wears the weave of all those generations of power, someone has to. What did you do to me? Oh, wait, we gave it to Kanika? Welcome to the dead. I need them to stop giving me the option to say welcome to the Dead Mums Club, because I will never not try and take it, and that's a problem. That was the mythical trait save. Okay. I think I gave you her power. She was going to use her power, right? I know you will. Took her out the picture. She has a problem. Now she's gone. I saved you. Let her figure it out for herself. I'm gonna... Look. I'm gonna try it, because I think it'll be funny. Okay, cool. I know I can do that later. Load. Was that really you earlier, or was her talking through you? No, that was me. I said those things and I meant them. I really believed it. I still do. Welcome to the Dead Mums Club. A manic laugh breaks through her shock. You can't just say that to someone, but it was funny. For the record, though, I don't think she's dead. She's still in here somewhere like the rest of them. God, this is weird. Magic isn't supposed to be real. She let me say that so many times, all while she knew. Normally the choice is letting Sybil sacrifice Kanika or save Kanika, but lose the help of the witch. Miss Cole's like, actually, Sybil, fuck you. Sybil, Kanika gets the power now. I am so happy I picked Mystical. You do not understand. I'm so fucking happy about that. I did not want Kanika to die. Am I supposed to do what she was going to do? How do I even know what that is? She never told me anything or taught me anything. How am I supposed to save this town if I don't even know what's wrong with it? Oh, this is so much pressure. I never asked for this. I don't think I can handle it. But you do know what's wrong with it. People are stuck here, so let's free them. You'll figure it out. I know you will. You don't know your own capabilities, but aren't you glad she's taken out the picture? You're free. That's a good thing. I need to deal with her. That's how I did that. As long as you don't become a problem too. Damn, that's fucked up. Get this all together. That's what we've been doing all week, remember? I think that's a good one. We'll figure this out together. That's what we're doing all week, remember? You're right. We can figure this out. We made it all the way here and did whatever it is you just did. Nothing is too much for us to handle. She takes a deep breath, collecting herself. We'll just take it one step at a time. First step, figure out how to get out of here. It's weird. Everything felt slippery before, like I couldn't hold on to anything. But now it's like I can see how it's all put together. And where all the seams are. Normally you have the option to attempt to try and save Kanika. Without the trait, you can save her without mystical, but she doesn't get powers. Oh. However, the option to save her normally was disabled in your run. Hence why the choice is letting Sybil or say the word. Oh. I love that. These devs have put so much work into this. It's actually fucking mind-boggling. Shan would have probably picked that option at the Dead Mums Club because Shan's hilarious. It's just, how do you see that option and not pick it? I need you to know, Mick, this isn't a one-off either. I've been able to say that to like 5 people this playthrough. I don't think it's 5 people. I think maybe 3? 3 people. And it's so funny. Oh, I can't copy the name anymore. So. There you go. Thank you, Mod. I did the ban and block. Anyway. That's wild. It's hilarious. Tabitha, Stella, Reese, if he kills his mom, and Kanika. Yeah, okay, so... Technically said it to 4 people, but I had to go back and not let Reese kill his mom, which is sad. Anyway. Where all the seams are. So if I just... You don't see whatever it is she was doing. The world around you goes dark. You're moving like a current is catching you somewhere. Buoying you upwards. Your body ascending rapidly until finally you surface. These are struggling to find a word. I'm assuming you mean what just happened in chat. I'm sorry about that. Okay. You're moving like a current is trying you somewhere, buoying you upwards. Your body is ascending rapidly until we find the surface. You're outside, it's raining, you have no idea where you are. Tulip, Julie. Don't really tune where they go into all day. No, not really. Tulip and Janie. The witch, I'm just... Shinigami Hunter. I love Death Note. Why did he do Death Note references? The fucking... So I got Mystical, which is I Am Justice. Finish episode 5 with Mystical. A fucking Shinigami Hunter, which just finished episode 5 with Keen Eye. I fucking love these achievements, man. And The Witch actually finished episode 5. Interesting. This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Chapters, plural. Stay tuned for updates on this final release by joining the Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for the newsletter. Click for the credits. Okay, let me save them. If you'd like to carry your progress over to the final chapters, please save your game now. Click for the credits. Yeah, 1 episode per the day of the week, so 7 total. Oh, okay. I continue. Oh, okay, I was like, huh? Okay. Created by Abby Howard and Tony Howard. Cool. Well, this is the game for now. We have to wait for 2 more episodes. Oh, thanks to all our playtesters. That's so cute. Not 2026, so last episode will release together. Okay. Special thanks to everyone who supported us along the way. That's so cute. Like, just little thanks from our creatures. Oh, to our creatures. There's a hardcore mode? What the fuck is that? We click, it describes it. We click it, it describes it. Hardcore mode. Every trait in Scarlet Hollow provides an opportunity to avoid making a game-defining sacrifice. Hardcore mode removes these opportunities, but you'll be able to select the 3rd trait. You move in your abilities to the darkest world state. By clicking continue, you agree to suffer. I'm scared. It really is the darkest world state. Jeez. So a 3rd, but no trait. Alright, let's do test, because I want to see what the trait is. Live in the city of test, yes. We'll go there then. Is it a 3rd trait? Oh shit, yeah, you get 3 traits. Interesting. Yeah, the option's really cute. I was saying, I think 'cause they've got the gender markers on the pronouns, they could probably remove that. Because, like, the gender symbol doesn't necessarily mean you can use he, him pronouns. Or, like, the gender symbol for femme wouldn't necessarily mean she, her, and stuff. But it's nice that they actually have a they, them at least. That's surprisingly rare. But yeah, that is the current playthrough of Scarlet Hollow. Can't wait to upload this to fucking YouTube because I'll have like 2 episodes I have to go back. Remember, not playing in hardcore is your first run. If you do other than others, because discovering the other trait is saves is fun. I can imagine. But nah, I'm definitely good for not first or second run. But if anyone wants to check out Scarlet Hollow yourselves, you can do so there. I'm not like I wasn't gifted the key or anything. I don't work with them. I just really liked Slay the Princess. I really liked the idea of Scarlet Hollow. So. But yeah, interesting development.